All right. So, after you guys returned to Hermos, leaving Captain Callie and the Yokas in a precarious predicament, uh, you guys returned back to Hermos to find. Yeah,
Yeah,
they fucking just pieced out and said nothing.
He messaged us back. He's just like,
At night,
where
he
are
messaged you back basically 12 hours later. He was like, "Are you guys done yet? Cause we're fucking in trouble." Anyway, you guys then returned where Marina gave birth to little Emma. That has been an experience for Darius. After some talking and deciding that one of you would need to go with the group, Juliana eventually agreed that she would be the one to travel with them through the use of a particularly well-placed coin flip. And yeah, basically you guys just talked for a while, and Marcellus was named an honorary guard for Darius. I don't remember if you actually accepted that position. You said you think about it. That's right.
Yeah, I got some shit going on first.
Still some things that have to be taken care of.
Deal with
Mommy issues.
Mommy issues. Exactly.
city issue, life issue.
So Selwyn retreated down to Ludomentis, where he bumped into Chloanne and then went and did some shopping. Purchased a number of various magical supplies. And I believe that was more or less where we left off.
Oh, that's some wizard stuff. We can do that.
That's some wizard things. We can do that. My Pumat's a little southern.
So, can I just take like a whole bunch of different spells and components and try to make them all into one big spell like thing that I can, waste a bunch of money on?
Yeah, sure. You try. It fails. You lose 500 gold. But you get nothing, and we move on.
I got a couple things I want to do. So, do you want to go? Do you have anything you want to do,
Yeah, you are at this point still in Merchant's Haven.
Ignatius? Do you have anything you want to do before
Also, keep in mind, outside of Lumentis, you guys technically don't have lodgings in Merchant's Haven anymore.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right here.
I'll just follow you around. Curious.
What time of day is it right now?
I believe it's middle of the night at this point.
How deep into the night? Sorry.
About 2 in the morning.
Okay.
You guys got into rather a lot of stuff.
Given the time of night, I'll go ahead and retire for the night.
Okay, you're just gonna pass out at Lumentis?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my mage's chambers. I am going to use my trance this time, though,
Your open trance.
as opposed to sleeping the 8 hours.
Okay. Not a problem. Anything Chloanne in particular wants to accomplish while someone's there? Okay. Good. Well, fine. Just want to know. All right, and Igni, you said you weren't doing anything. Are you just going to go into your 6 hours of rest?
Yes.
All right. All right, and then traveling about halfway across the world up to Hermos. Anything that you lot would like to accomplish before the night is out? Okay.
No. Darius is... he's good. He's probably waking up about 2 a.m.,
Yeah, every few hours.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Well-
This is the first night.
I just gave birth. It's always your turn.
True.
Fairly accurate.
So, you guys all find rest, and your night passes without incident. Except for you.
Damn it!
Marcellus, in the middle of the night,
I tried to help you.
What level are we?
Yes.
17 you should be.
Yeah.
I thought you did.
That's fine. You did 17.
Okay. Hold on.
Let me double check on D&D Beyond. real
Whatever's
quick.
going on.
Yeah, you're level 17.
Am I?
According to D&D Beyond, you are.
Sponsor. Not really.
No, I wish.
That's fine.
Would have paid for all this fucking equipment I just bought.
He's gonna use this next row.
But yeah, according to your character page on D&D Beyond, you are. But anyway, so Marcellus, middle of the night, you find yourself in the darkness, surrounded by the softly dripping blood that you know to be Ilia's chambers. See her sitting on her throne, pale, and a look of pure fear on her face. Her lips are white, and the usual welcoming embrace that you feel while the presence of your patron is not gifted you.
You sure you turn all your dials with it?
It's always weird when it's from the TV because I'm used to it being loud.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, this is a first. What, you okay?
As if noticing you for the first time, her gaze slowly tracks over to you. I have seen things that terrify me, and things that I can never explain. Your work with the Spider Queen has unleashed something horrible onto the land.
What type of what are we talking about? Are we talking about unspeakable horrible? Are we talking about we'll make a weekend out of it and be back later? Horrible.
She made deals with demons and devils and all sorts of beings of the afterlife to avoid death in its purest form. While you destroyed her body and did everything I commanded of you to finish her, a piece of her essence exists. I can feel it. The being I was sent is not whole. I can't say exactly where her essence has latched onto, but it has latched onto a being.
A
If-
specific being or we don't know.
At this time, I do not know. I cannot sense the person, but I have a strong feeling she's not done. At least not entirely. I warned you of what she and the Night Sisters were capable of. I would advise you all be on your strongest guard, at least for the time being.
I appreciate the concern. I will relay the information back to my friends and we'll figure out what to do next. But while we're here, the immortal one sitting at Olin's mark. What, why did he need to make a deal with you? And what satisfaction do you get of making a deal with someone who's killed hundreds of children?
In making a deal with him, I achieve much of what I get when I make my deals with you. Beings that I need to handle are put to eternal rest. And I made a similar arrangement. He did what I commanded of him, and in return, I gave him bits of power and things he could not achieve through a normal life.
But why did he get back the blade?
He gave back the blade in exchange for my not utterly destroying him. At least, at the moment when I had his soul in my hands. It was a weapon that I thought would be far more useful. And so I agreed to the deal. However, he's outlived his allowance and is starting to cause far more harm than I am willing to allow him lenience on.
Understandable. What did he do that you were almost ready to kill him?
I'm never particularly a fan of the murder of children, especially one's own children, who they are obliged to protect and love. Not to mention crossing the path of eternal life, such as vampires are known to do, doesn't sit well.
Did he kill his own children?
A great many of them, yes.
Was he a vampire before you met him?
No, that is a relatively new acquisition of his.
Is he still turning people into vampires?
I don't know exactly. Something has been done to him. He's no ordinary vampire. He's suffered some sort of mutation or... You are not there.
Oh, I was talking about that.
I'm aware.
Yeah, okay.
He has suffered some sort of mutation or scientific efforts to change his base form.
And we're sure he's still in Olin's mark.
As far as I am aware,
Okay?
my powers are not without limits.
Okay. And you said that the Spider Queen made deals. How many deals? Are we aware of that? Do we know?
How many stars are in the night sky? How many grains of sand exist upon a beach?
Okay. Fantastic. And what was the other? You used another word. It started with an F. Fiends.
Yes.
How you fiends? Do you know how many fiends?
Sitting over here huffing dice. I want some D&D, man.
That's actually why he buys the dice, is for that smell.
It's just for the smell.
Before season spring.
Fiends and demons often come together or offer similar powers to those who are willing to compromise their, for lack of a better word, humanity.
Would that explain her mutation into whatever it is she was becoming?
Most likely, yes. She made some deal with some spider demon or fiend, and as such, became something inhuman herself. Imagine that was what gave her her control.
So, let me just add this to my list of things. Kill a vampire, find the remaining essence of the Spider Queen, kill it, most likely have to kill her boss and her boss's boss. Kill a creature of unspeakable power, still collect more artifacts. I'm gonna say my next few seasons are booked.
Trying to set things right that have been set wrong is not an easy life.
I imagine it couldn't be. Do you pray?
Not as such. I have a connection to the Eight.
Is that what you were doing the last time that we saw?
In a manner of speaking.
I was just wondering, I didn't know if power such as yourself, right?
And this is more of a penance than anything else. So praying somewhat loses purpose.
I guess communicating would be the word.
Communicating would be a better word.
Communicating's better.
Well, you have what you must do, and I shall assist you as much as I am able.
Understandable.
places her hand upon your chest. Soft push. Feel yourself flying backwards out of the darkness, out of the cocoon that is Ilia's home. Once again, find yourself within your chambers on Hermos. You don't have to roll your dice. You do not activate those. Yeah, those dice are only if you initiate contact.
Okay.
Afterwards, all of you wake up. Your spell slots are all returned to you. Any health you have lost is returned to you. Achieve the full effects of a long rest.
How early did Coan retire for the night?
Imagine at a fairly normal time.
Which would be
Well, you didn't get home until like midnight, did you?
like 2 a.m. He said. Right?
It was about 2 a.m. by the time you finished your shopping and stuff.
Oh, okay. So yeah, probably about midnight. Yeah.
So you got off bed right after you left.
Okay.
So, about midnight-ish.
Probably the normal time. She gets up and probably gets a lot.
Watching that fucking Percy dice. I see it.
No, not too worried about.
I got 3 to worry about.
I got the box funky.
Actually, I have 4.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna bring the insects.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I roll my random rolls tonight. I roll 4 nat 20. It's fine. Just getting out of the way so you know I don't roll good.
Not like you rolled 5 in one night and 3 of them in a row.
I'm actually more dangerous with Matt's time.
That's
Yeah, I rolled 3 nat 20s last weekend.
Yeah, you did roll fucking hell in that 20s last week.
I was going off last weekend with nat 20s. And then I did it the next night at Full Mark State. 3 nat 20s in a row. He was kind of pissed.
So, you guys all awake in the morning. Fully rested. Darius, you've been through the ringer a few times, but on and off, you've managed to get your full rest. What would you guys like to do?
Someone, first thing in the morning, on Coan's door.
Penny?
She's not gonna answer the first knock. That's all I get her. Of course, she'd answer the door, you know. What do you want?
Eat some breakfast, get ready. I need your help with something.
Alright. Turn and walk and start getting ready to be awake. And then she'll go.
Darius is just doing baby duty.
You father things.
Yeah.
Primarily.
well, it's not right.
Put it back!
Maybe if I rock it harder.
I thought if I shook him enough, he'd stop crying.
Those are real
I was
thoughts.
sort of right.
Those are legitimate thoughts.
Even though you know better, there will come a time.
You think it, or you think it. You think it hard.
You don't do it, but you think about it.
You think about that scene off Men in Black, where he's shaking Frank. The fuck, he's shaking the fuck. Think about it.
Talk about Frank Money.
You don't do it.
You just sit there and think about it really hard.
I was thinking crying, but if there wasn't a monkey, I'll just stop crying.
I'm gonna find Darius.
Okay. You've been roughly shown around the castle, so after a few wrong turns and bumping into a guard or two, you eventually find Darius, so probably at this point down in the main mess hall area with Emma, frantically trying to stop her from knocking absolutely everything over. Emma at this point does not have motor control, the arms just go everywhere.
How's it going?
Oh, it's great, man. It's awesome, really.
Your lies came this close and almost make me believe.
Right.
I could
A
see,
little sleep deprived.
yeah, I could see the bags under your eyes.
Yes.
Beautiful baby.
I'm on my
girl.
like 8th cup of coffee.
See empty goblets just laying around Darius.
Well, just know you're doing great.
Thank you. Did you need anything? Or
No, just came to see how everything was going. Really memorize this moment.
do you want to hold her?
Please.
Please.
Please hold her.
I'll take it.
So let's make a general charisma check for me.
Oh shit.
The warlock, how bad can your charisma be?
Oh,
He's only one in
I'm
Warlock.
suing the warlock.
What's your roll?
Mike, what that read out? What that look read?
That's a 9 on the die.
That's
This is straight 10. Good
a,
10.
that's a happy 10.
Solid 10.
Take the baby. Slowly start transferring it. While you're holding it, seems good. You go to cradle it, and the second her head touches the crook of your arm, just to belt it out.
Oh, looky here. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm just gonna hand it right there. This is sent from your deity. You have to just keep this.
Right. I wanted. Okay.
You know
At
who?
least 1 minute would have been great.
You know who? Actually, you know what? I can give you 1 minute.
Right. Thank you very much.
And so now I'm just kind of walking her around the mess hall.
As you, different cooks and servants are bringing up food in trays, and just eggs, bacon, a lot of your breakfast foods.
He's going to sit down at one of the tables and just,
Ew.
Juliana will be seeing Marina and making sure she's okay.
Ew.
And she's recovering fairly well, actually quite well. Due to your regeneration spell, I believe you used. So she's actually very well on the road to recovery. Still a little tired, but nothing physically wrong.
Oh, who's tired? Or no, who's hungry? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And myself is just kind of standing to it a little bit.
There's surprisingly strong baby feet flying at you.
Oh, you are. You got your daddy's legs. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Those tree trunk of warrior legs. Yes, you do.
Go change it backwards.
Baby uses divine smite.
That's a terrifying thought.
So I'm just gonna hang on to her until Darius or Juliana or Marina comes and gets me.
After a few minutes of you holding her, kind of eyeing a breakfast tray and trying to... eventually a wet nurse does and come and retrieve her from you.
As she goes to take, I kind of pull it back. Who are you?
I didn't fucking... didn't have my names ready to go this early. I kept it all the way in another folder. I need to actually move that so that's not an issue, but...
Oh, Marcellus would be new to it.
Yeah. My name is Nina, sir.
Nina? Well, that's nice to meet you. I don't know you.
I don't know you either.
So, I would love to give you this baby, but I'm gonna need some permissions.
You feel the metal barrel of a gun being pressed against the side of your temple. I would hand over the baby.
it's all right. It's all right. I'll take it back.
Barrel is slowly withdrawn. And you looking over, see this woman has about 8 arms.
That's an impressive trick.
My body is not a trick, but thank you for making me feel so much better about myself.
No. When I get the baby back to Darius.
Oh. Just kicked my fucking arm off.
Soccer kick.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Looks like the scene from Marvel how he all shit shot off. And then I'm gonna play food and I'm gonna go eat with the guards.
Okay. Easily able to do so. Just piled high with all different meats, sausages, chicken, fish.
That's breakfast. Breakfast champions.
As Darius, you sit there trying to calm Emma. making some progress. Suddenly hear a jaunty tiefling voice come into your head. Well, if any parties would happen to be so interested, myself, Leocast, and my crew members are maybe about another day's travel out.
Good luck.
Dude.
That's the Darius I know.
Oh, man.
Having a kid only changes so much.
That sucker to the right hand.
Fucking just let the poor bastard sit there.
He might have cared if he wasn't sleep deprived.
Oh my god, that's great.
Good luck.
Just so you know, we're on our way back. We almost died. We're good. We'll be there soon. Good luck.
You're doing great.
Fuck you too, I guess.
So I'm gonna answer and all you hear is like
Click burn.
Dial tone.
If you would like to make a call.
The emotion you are attempting to dial is not in service.
The person you are thinking that was not serious.
The person you are attempting to dial does not give a fuck. So Ignatius. Sorry, I thought you were doing something. You arise in the morning with Kia, who as ever is basically glued to your side. Discovered she's been crafting flower chains around your ankles.
great.
What would you like to do this morning?
I guess I'll look for Zolan. Well, no.
Having only been to Ludomentis once and never having been off the base floor, you have no idea where Zolan is.
I'll just find the nearest person. Excuse me, where's your boss?
You encounter a relatively young man, kind of his brown scruff, starting the wisps of peach fuzz of beginning man's growth. What's up to you? He woke up in the Archmage's chamber, sir.
Okay, which way is that?
Points gingerly to a staircase.
Thanks,
You start to walk straight towards the staircase and right into an invisible wall.
Well, can you tell me that was there?
You didn't ask.
Yeah, I...
You see him slowly walk over, place his hand next to the wall, and mutter a few words. There's a brief flash. Skip the third step.
Hey, is there anything else I should know? Skip the third step, what else?
Oh, that's awesome.
You've been setting up non-stop defenses for like 3 weeks. There's a lot of
It
shit.
was the little manners of you. Like, is there anything else I should know? It's that was great.
There's so much.
There's a torch about halfway up. Don't touch it.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you reach the top, there should be a basin full of water. Don't drink from it.
I don't drink, okay. So if I knock on the door, is that okay?
Press the button next to the door.
Alright. Is that it?
I think.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna flap my little ass over there. Don't worry, I'm not gonna touch any fucking stairs. Do I see a button at the door?
There is a button at the door.
Okay. Is there only one button at the door?
There are multiple buttons by the door.
Fucking curse it.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
It all looks the same.
Make an investigation check.
Around the whole berry bush that next
Instead of having him go get Cell, and he had to ask to go to Cell yourself.
Again, Chloe has been here for like 3 weeks doing nothing but shoring up defenses.
I'm a metal dragon of action.
True.
I am an independent robot. I don't need no man.
16. It appears the button that is the closest to the door is the one that has no extra magical traces linked to it.
Great.
Press it. The door kind of not becomes invisible, becomes semi-transparent. At which point, Selwyn, you are able to see Ignatius standing outside. There's no doorbell sound.
Roll spikes.
I mean, if you'd press the other buttons.
And through his back,
Ignatius. And you see him
Oh.
get up from the floor because he's setting something down. Don't quite see it yet, but
How good your way?
yes, for a little while now.
Oh,
And preparing for some things. Maybe you could help as well.
sure, what are we doing?
I will go over it when Chloan arrives. She should be getting here shortly.
Fantastic. Your students really
They're
help.
great, aren't they?
Really fucking help. Yes. Oh,
They're very smart, very promising students.
God, I miss my people.
Man, I miss hanging out in a place where nobody ever went.
Solitude was quite wonderful. Anyway, I was just,
You didn't have a daughter, you didn't have to worry about people around
Life
you.
was great. I hung out with Stone, minding my business.
If you ever
Half
need any
dying.
information, you are more than welcome to use my quarters.
I'm sorry, what?
If you ever need any peace and quiet, you are more than welcome to use my quarters from time to time.
I appreciate that. I'll just have a squad with you and wait for the head to arrive, huh?
Sounds good. I will finish setting things up and we shall wait.
Okay.
About another 5 to 10 minutes of waiting. And Cloman comes tracing up the stairs, skipping over certain ones and not touching certain things. Practically second nature for her at this point.
I'm glad everybody's talking about fucking traps.
She built them.
I don't know what the fucking dragon comes from.
When have I seen you?
Actually, she has not seen him since Ludomentis was broken into.
Just chilling in here. Okay.
Then come to the door and be like, alright, so what do you help? Hi, Amy.
Morning.
It's been a while.
It has. You look well.
Make a medicine check.
It sounds like that conversation when you see your ex and all with her new man.
I'm real
look
good at
well.
telling how
You
good she
too.
looks. Love. 5? I'm sorry, 5. Yeah, 5.
Let's roll a 5 or
See you
Yeah,
later.
5. It's fine.
She looks very fully functional.
Perfect.
She has 2
You
legs.
look autonomously correct.
That's
And that,
which point a small head pops out from behind. Is like, that's as good as it's gonna get.
There she is. She's waiting for her appearance.
well, you don't look like you have any extra dents. Anyway, Selma, what are we doing?
Kia pulls out a small rag and starts polishing his leg.
Well, now that Ignatius is here, maybe he can help as well. I'm going to attempt to bind something to my service, and if it gets out of hand, I need your two's help, making sure it doesn't cause a ruckus.
Why didn't you say so?
Fascinating. Experimentation.
God, I haven't killed anything. How many hours is it?
It's been less than a day since you killed the Spider Queen.
Yeah, that's the day.
Too long anymore.
That's not blood.
It's been about 12 hours.
Like my wife.
At this moment, I'm going to send Amy a message.
Okay.
Because we have the other half of the city.
I do.
Yes, you
And
do.
we haven't seen each other since.
In the past 12 hours.
Yeah.
You miss me.
Fuck you, don't think
Big Metal. How's everything going in Merchant's Haven? Things are secure here in Hermos. Darius had a beautiful baby girl.
5-1.
We killed that bitch. Smiley face.
Say so.
You're not sure how. You're not sure how to think an emoticon at a person. But Igni, you can feel in your subconscious Marcellus is smiling.
Colon, parentheses.
He didn't have 2 words, he had 1. You just said a pair of eyes.
All I hear is smiling.
Happy.
Oh, you're squeaky.
You pooping?
wait a minute.
His
Alright,
next
I
round
want
will
to
be-
ready a spell for if whatever he's experimenting on goes ballistic.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Igni, what is your response? You're just holding an action for it?
Yes.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Stop it. Idiot. Things are fine. Selwyn's students are assholes.
That could be one word.
Assholes.
I counted as one.
Right.
He counted
That's
as
10.
two, that's why I was confused.
Oh god. Another Darius. That's it.
Alright.
Frowny face.
Oh, man.
Marcella says everything's better than yours. And Darius is proud.
Really?
Yes.
This is just one.
I was a girl that didn't know. God.
He did tell you beautiful baby girl.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Expressly used the words.
Didn't give you your name.
No.
No, he didn't say the name.
Cool,
I think Chloe would probably know it, though.
Darius Holter
Yeah.
before he left. I don't know if he's gonna name though.
cool. I'm just gonna call
You
it
you
out.
hadn't told the group a name. I didn't know if you'd already decided or not.
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call it Little Darius.
Oh, hey, little guys!
Apparently not staying in here soon.
Sweating some puppies?
Whatever, we're done with this. Alright.
Going after the sun.
I feel like I just missed something awesome on that end of the table.
I just said, hey, little Darius, smiting some puppies. I see.
Fourth level divine smite. Laugh.
Oh, she's gonna pet the dog.
Detonation of light. Dog disintegrates. Oh.
So, Selwyn, how long does that spell take to prepare?
Smite the almighty smiter.
Well, it's 3 different spells.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Conjure Elemental, and I'm going to summon a Invisible Stalker.
Okay. So after Darius, eventually there's a release of magic. You guys feel almost small push, pressure of wind, and you feel you two, especially both being very inane. Sorry, it's like ringing just happened in one of my ears. Something happens every once in a while. But you two both being such inane spellcasters, recognize the flow of magic being released, and can tell there's now another presence. I would be so incredibly pissed at you, but I wouldn't be able to express it.
I'm going to reach down and finish the last bit of chalk that needs to complete the magic circle that I also prepared.
Okay.
I am going to direct the elemental to go inside the magic circle,
Yes, and it obeys your commands. So.
and then I am going to cast Planar Binding at 8th level.
Okay. And how long does that last?
It takes an hour to cast, which the magic circle lasts an hour, so
Right. How long does planar binding last if you cast it?
180 days.
100 days. Okay. Good.
It
Next
has to
hour?
it has to make a charisma save.
Okay. And what is the DC?
It has to nat 20.
Okay. It's bluntly honest. That's an at 6, so no.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say that when I'm not gonna lie.
I did too.
Wow, the dick
Sometimes
on
the
that guy.
saves go that way. Not right now. I should do that when you decide. Should I grab my monster, please? Should I put my little Oscar? And you shot poor Oscar down.
He's right now.
Just because he was,
Actually, no, I was just like, oh,
just because he was a zombie goblin. So, anything you two want to accomplish while someone is working in that next hour?
That's deciding what the fuck he's doing.
And you're not too far out of touch with most wizard spells. given how similar artificers and wizards usually are. So.
I'm just gonna play the game when I was.
You're just holding it? Okay. You're not sure what rocking a baby is supposed to feel like? Your arms just kind of... So an hour later,
Instinctively,
So-
I think that I'm like, oh, like, try to wrap yourself around it.
Basically, just like.
man, this worked way better when I had a tail. So after an hour,
I mean, it's a possibility.
after an hour, so when your spell is complete, magic circle vanishes, and the creature is bound to the material plane for 180 days.
It is complete. Stalker, show yourself so they know what you look like.
You guys see, and correct me if I'm mistaken on this.
I'll send them the picture of it.
Okay, then I'm glad you interrupted me because I was thinking of the other thing.
Discord pig.
You discorded me this week. What do you want to do?
Hey, Discord pig. Hey, Discord. Oh, add a Discord.
Ew. Nice.
So you guys see that? I believe it's a medium creature still.
Junior. It's Gary's Junior.
I believe it's still a medium creature, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys see a humanoid figure, in size anyway, appear, bearing that figure, that physicality.
Horrifying.
So in Hermos, over the hour and a half roughly that would have taken, is there anything you guys would have wanted to accomplish during that time?
I'm just in the.
Breakfast having been consumed.
I'm just in the. Sitting with the guards, just shooting shit. Making.
Going over war stories.
Throwing. We're doing all types of guard type contests and shit.
It's a little bit weird being around a lot of Darius' guard. A lot of them have weird physical abnormalities or are part animal in some way or another.
So then I'm asking questions like, what do you do? What do you do?
Many of them do have strange, primarily aquatic animal features. Many of them have the ability to breathe underwater for extended periods of time or see in the dark particularly well.
Yeah, so we're just doing that down in the guard hall. The guard back hall.
All right. Juliana, anything you hear in that?
Find Darius calling down.
Waiter. Did you go to him? Oh, you're talking. I thought you were talking about Flan for some reason.
Oh.
No.
Too many
We
characters.
jumped halfway across the world.
Well, we're about to, actually. Thing.
As we were discussing, after your spell was done, plan was to see where you're sitting.
Okay, because the next thing I'm gonna do takes 12 hours.
Got it.
But, Glenn, I need you to. Do you think you could give me a maybe 10-foot by 10-foot block of ice?
That's not the best, but I can see what I can do.
Yes, if you could just, run that errand for me before you leave to go back to your most, that would be
Sure.
amazing.
Actually, it's just run down to my workshop, craft it, what did you say?
10 foot by 10 foot.
10 by 10 foot. Now I'm just literally going to make 8 containers. That's roughly 10 foot by 10 foot.
Okay.
That's water seat tight. That's literally like a basin.
Okay.
And then cast create food and water.
Mm-hmm.
So that it fills with water. 30 gallons of water should be enough for a 10 foot by 10 foot, right?
Let's do some math.
With 30 gallons of water, you have to fill a 10 foot by 10 foot.
many square feet in a gallon?
Not so hot on the numbers.
Amazingly enough, it looks, according to what I'm seeing online. Oh, never mind. I apologize. I had that mistake. So you said it's 30 gallons it makes?
Yes.
That's not going to be enough.
I'll cast it twice.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
I'll cast 3 times.
It's 1.2 square feet per 10 gallons. So,
Right, that's not good enough.
so through one casting, you can get 3.6 square feet. So if you cast it 3 times, that would be 10 feet square.
Okay. I will cast 3 times.
That'd actually be just over 10 feet square. But,
So, okay.
so first for the crafting of the container, because basically this is going to require you to make a gigantic wooden box and then kind of pitch on the inside. It's typically what was done to make watertight.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and make a tinkerer's check. This will probably be. So this is probably intelligence based.
I don't really need to say.
Probably not, but just for fun.
34.
Okay, yeah.
I rolled
18.
18.
Relatively quickly, I'll say probably within the course of, let's say about 2 hours, just for the sake of trying to get it all lined. It's almost like painting in a regard. You managed to get it sealed, and you're fairly certain it'll hold.
And I'm gonna try to go gather up some of the apprentices and then slowly cast.
Create food and water.
I just said every cast.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were doing that beforehand or.
I'll hit them with some like freezing shit.
Okay.
So we can go help freeze it. But I don't really have anything I could freeze. I can just shell it.
I mean, they have access to a wide variety of spells, having a number of apprentices here. What spells are you thinking?
That's why I would go to little magic bastards to help. And I would assume that there's some kind of like cooling system for keeping food chilled or something that I can use.
I mean, typically what's done in order to keep food chilled is actually not a magical process. What's typically done is large chunks of ice are brought down from the Arctic or anywhere cold enough to freeze things, in this case the water plane, and then it is actually used in sort of a refrigerating system. You could certainly try that.
Would a lot of the apprentices know? Can't prestidigitation freeze things?
Chill.
No.
I was actually just thinking about that. Oh, I'm gonna cast Fabricate.
Ray of Frost could certainly work. It would have to be cast probably from multiple angles, just to try to get cold enough.
I'm just gonna use Fabricate.
What does Fabricate do?
You can convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you can fabricate a wooden
Oh.
bridge from a clump of trees, rope from a patch of hemp, and clothes from flax or wool. So would you allow me to make water into ice with that?
I would say, yeah, that would actually fulfill all the requirements, because ice is really just water and air.
Connected. You can fabricate a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube. That's literally perfect.
Yeah, so literally at the limits, you can make a perfectly 10-foot cube.
Given
of
a
ice.
sufficient quantity of raw material.
Yeah, which, yeah, again, all it really is ice and air, or water and air. Ice is just ice.
Well, that worked out.
Alright, yeah, so shockingly there is a spell to do that. D&D.
Motherfucking artificers.
So you now have, in your workshop, a 10-foot by 10-foot block of ice.
Alright, I'm going to cast. Nope, that's not. I'm going to use a higher. Nope, there it is, fly. I'm going to cast fly on it and just kind of like gently lift it and start.
It does not fit through a door.
I'm going to cast reduce on it. Nope, because then I can't concentrate on fly.
Nope. I believe reduces weight as well.
Can create some wheels for it.
You know, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, the issue right now is it doesn't fit through the door.
When you reduce it.
Oh, that's true.
That's true, you could do that. Like a little dolly system.
Alright.
How heavy do you think it is?
Well, when you reduce it, it becomes a tenth the weight.
Let's see.
I think it was down by 10.
I'm not sure. I've actually never used it.
The target size is halved in all dimensions and its weight is reduced to 1/8.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm seeing how heavy ice is per square foot. Ice weighs approximately 5 pounds per square foot. So since this is 10 foot, actually that's not that heavy. That's about 50 pounds.
I have 6 strength.
I can dimension door.
You can bring a creature. Well, if it's once it's reduced, you can.
No, I can do it as long as it doesn't exceed my weight. Or my weight
Really?
limit. Yeah.
That's weird.
As long as he's like holding it.
Okay.
I just have to touch it.
Oh.
So if you bring an object as long as their weight doesn't exceed
Well, in
my
case
carry,
we already got
Okay.
something that she was going.
200 and like almost 300.
Yeah, because you're a fucking metal man.
She's going to reduce it down to the 5 foot, and then just carry it up there because it'll be like what is it, 50 pounds.
If it's 1/8,
an eighth of 50 pounds, she'll be able to carry that.
it's like 12 pounds. I think.
Yeah. And that's like half her weight, but she can do it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so yeah, quite easily Glenn can carry it at that point, even with 6 strength, I would say.
Okay. And then she's always like hang it up since it's just a tiny
Yeah.
wooden block of like a surround. Yeah.
Glenn essentially is carrying a wooden ice tray
Yep.
up a flight of stairs.
And then like sets it down and goes, "Are you ready for this?"
It's going to be a long process, so I will do this while you make your trip. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And then just gonna let the spell drop and just.
Ignatius, are you going with?
I can say if you need to. I can send it.
It is up to you. I may need you. I've never done this before, so I don't know how it will turn out.
I'll say. I'll just send you.
While you guys are having this discussion downstairs, you hear a sudden muffled, followed by silence.
I don't know. Do you want to?
I'll go check before I leave.
Thank you. Let me know if it's anything that concerns my attention.
I'll let you know. And down and see what the fuck just happened.
You see frantic scrambling as things are being placed back on shelves, and there's now a burn mark in the middle of the floor.
What the hell are you all doing down here?
Nothing!
I don't believe you. Tell me.
It's your idea.
I don't care whose idea it was. What happened?
There might have been a small explosion.
I don't know. Might tell me what happened.
We were trying to create a new fire spell, and there was a small explosion.
Fair enough. Gotta multiple destruction, make some good crafts and whatnot. So.
See
for
the
experimenting.
see the one of them that is remotely experienced in healing magic come over healing the arm of one of your apprentices.
Try to be a little more careful next time.
Yes.
Control points, you know. Keep everything safe. We just talked about safety before.
Yes.
Just gonna go back up to the cell and.
Having been here for the past 3 weeks, you're relatively used to this happening.
That's what I was trying to make it seem like we talked about this before. Go back up to the cell and just like practicing some sort of new fire spell. Just not really
Really?
careful.
What was it?
Blew something up, hurt one of their arms, but looks a little generic now. I assume they're gonna twist it like they always do.
Progress requires experimentation.
Exactly. Just told them to be a little more safe with it. Control the experiments and whatnot. Anyway, whenever you're ready.
Sure. Take a minute. Draw a circle.
Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead and mark the use of. Yeah, you do have the double digit circle of famous.
And she know.
Because you guys have been here to Hermos before.
Before there was a circle.
No. He went there afterwards. That's whenever they were accosted by the guard for looking shady and not having papers.
Yeah. I don't think you're.
You weren't.
Oh, that's right.
Igni was there, but
That's right, because Marcel's on the boat and he
Exactly.
almost didn't. And, yep, okay.
so there is the characteristic bright flash and almost a small boom like lightning, you guys vanish, reappearing moments later inside the Temple of Lain and Baki.
Just hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were going to.
Nope. I literally just let her stand in the circle and there's the last line and poof, you know.
Okay.
Outside the doors of the temple, look for just a person or guard or someone nearby to help get you to the castle.
Okay. After a few moments, a boat is brought to the shore of the lake near you all, and sent you across the lake towards the castle, where you can already see bustling and figures on the horizon moving around.
I'm gonna get around and ask the guards where I can find my mother, because I was really know.
I don't know, Darius, would you have told your guard about Chloe?
Maybe in passing, but unless I maybe directly asked, no. They might have heard me talking about her, but
Yeah, so she's just
Okay.
being her.
So they look at you.
still ask
Kind of confused. Who's your mother?
Marina.
You mean Queen Marina?
Right.
She had a dog. You fucking ass. One moment, please. One of the guards heads back inside. My lord? Do you have another kid?
I do.
I knew it! Becomes a, he immediately walks up and kind of smacks the other one in the back of the head with his spear. Please, right inside.
Thanks.
So you're inside where you see Darius and Juliana playing with little Em.
Run over to Darius and Emma and give him an awkward hug. And be really focused on her new little sister. Just...
Oh, it's the aqua
Just Marina is excited to see you again. Just hugs you dearly and just immediately gets interested in everything you've been doing. Because I don't think you've seen her. No, you saw her before this fact.
Come on, Allie. Don't be too loud. I'll wake up again.
Seems like you've been having a long time. You look tired.
I could go for a nap.
Well, this is well trapped for years.
And the baby
He's gonna try to steal something again. Oh no.
again.
Yeah, apparently there was a break-in at the Mentis and a bunch of stuff was stolen. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I know we did it, don't I?
No, I believe Marcellus has been informed. I don't know that he ever told Glenn.
So, Marcellus and Sullen both know.
Okay, so yeah, if someone else, he would have told Glenn, yeah. I imagine so.
I haven't been in game yet, but if she would have asked, then yeah. And you know the alias that apparently he's going by, which is the Brax Dragon. It's not actually a Brax Dragon, as far as we know. The alias that whoever stole from us is.
Look, when there are no dragons about, people pretend to be dragons, as Ignatius knows.
So then she would tell Darius that she's gonna ask Darius.
Have I ever heard that name before?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Which VM die?
I would go with the keyless for this one.
Actually, I would say, given Darius, this would probably be a disadvantage. This is very outside his field of study.
Too terribly bad. What a history?
Yes.
16.
You feel like you've heard it mentioned before, but you can't really connect it with anything significant. It seems to be the name of a thief or some sort of guild master. You never really were all that interested.
Sounds like a great boss.
I'm actually not sure what you're referencing.
Is it Oblivion or Skyrim?
Oh, that would have been Oblivion, because
I think it's Oblivion.
yeah, Oblivion was the one I never really played.
That was the Master Thief or the Instructor on Guild
Gotcha.
was like a Grey Fox or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's something similar to that.
Dragon.
Apparently that's it's tied to breaking in.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but then again, all the no-name thieves name themselves something precarious to sound cool. Precarious.
Seems like a lot of people just want to tie a little bit of ridiculousness into themselves. Anyway, I believe it had something to do with the ever-shifting coasts.
Has Darius ever done that?
Darius doesn't. Juliana has.
I do believe I've done that before.
Is she in there?
Yeah, she was taking care of him.
Oh, okay.
I'll use that one.
Just for sake of brevity. The Evershifting Coasts is primarily a trading area. That's where most of their incomes. There's quite a few notable farms. The farms of the Four Brothers is probably the most famous farms throughout the mainlands. Each of them particularly famous for running their farm throughout a different mix of magic and technology. The Evershifting Coasts has a number of notable towns. Ula Market is probably the largest and most notable trading post from Insulam to the mainland. And so most trade goes through there if it's by sea.
Thank you, my sister. Unending font of information.
Do you need accent for I'm sorry.
I've been your wife in multiple things at many different ranges. At this point, we're going to start drawing the line at your fountain of knowledge from your sister. It's a really arbitrary line in the sand.
I do try to not.
You do. So, do you need my help in this matter, or I'm kind of a little tied up at the moment, but might be able to do some research?
I'm pretty sure Selwyn's working on it. I'm not sure what yet, but I think that's
That was the elf you were with, right? Interesting.
he's trustworthy now.
I'll take your word for it.
I traveled with him by myself a few times.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, you let me know. In the meantime, I'll walk over and grab Emma from Juliana.
Okay.
Would you like to hold it?
Of course I would. And she's gonna try to pull down.
Soon,
She's going to unattach her gauntlet, kind of like hang from her belt loop, so that she can actually hold her without big metal grip.
as soon as Emma is within your grasp, she grows soft and quiet and just kind of coos gently.
And it's just gonna like one single tear. Just pretty much do what you're doing, like a little. She wouldn't know how to handle a baby. Just try to stay as generic as possible.
One thing I've learned so far is you have to support the head. Just all the rest of the bits can just kind of do what they want, but
That's such a fathering announcement. I hold the head. The rest of it can do whatever it wants.
Flail and kill and do whatever. Just keep that still. Alright. She's gonna hold that baby. Make sure
Okay.
she supports the head.
Head is successfully supported. For a brief moment, there's a flash of instinct. What if I could build a head brace that would hold the baby.
That would be going on too.
Do you guys need some like fancy cradle or something?
I think we've got that covered, but
Being a king, you would have access to the finest cradle available.
Or if you guys need any special care or things to go for, you let me know.
maybe some earplugs.
Oh, easy.
So, over the course of a day with you guys talking, concentrating, or trying vehemently to remove certain flower bracelets that have been fixed around your ankles, battling a little child with the knowledge of all the magic that's ever been created is not easy. Eventually, night starts to come over onto the land. And in the distance, you guys see Callie's ship approaching, heading for the lake, and it's typical landing strategy,
Just crashing into the lake.
just to stop flying.
Classic Callie.
And so as you guys are sitting there, just
So he's not dead?
Why would he be dead?
Or he just sort of got left alone and
Glenn has not been privy to that yet.
He was alone somewhere. What happened to Callie?
You guys are focused on all the wrong things.
Actually, Marcellus, you if you're still outside with the guards, you would see this firsthand.
I'm just watching as it flies over. Nobody be alone. You're in for a real treat today.
Long plank comes sliding out from the deck of the ship onto the beach near where you guys are standing. And Callie, Eocas come walking up the ship looking bedraggled, tired, and holding a giant sack full of golden shiny things.
What would you guys have been doing? Callie wouldn't have been okay.
Callie walks up to you, Marcellus, takes 3 items out of the sack, places them in your arms, looks to you, goes, 18%, reaches out, grabs the top trophy, pulls it back. That's for leaving us.
Well, like, things happen so fast. I mean, I'll tell you the story when we get inside, but
Really? Did any of you get shot?
some of us got poisoned, some of us.
Because he got shot, according to Leocast. You can see has a large rip in the
I'm gonna
torso.
run over to him and cast cure.
The skin has been repaired by now. Just
Okay.
Keep in mind you were harpooned like 4 times.
That I was. I would say the sauce, Callie, but tomato. I think we all came up big on this one.
we're gonna head inside and get some food.
Yes, let us. I'm gonna just tap on the alarm King Darius to know that
Inside the castle. Pass by you, Darius, just. And then immediately continue into the vessel.
please make yourselves at home.
Will do!
What's wrong with you guys?
Actually, Leocast would stop and look at you, Glenn. Lovely to see you again. Wish we were under better circumstances.
Fair enough. I'd like to know what happened at some point. How's the ship running?
Surprisingly still.
Fair enough. If there's any
As for what happened, we made a plan. Certain parts of the plans were not enacted upon. Certain people were shot. It hurt, but we got some stuff to work out, but we'll get there. He immediately follows Callie.
I can hit you in the leg if you'd rather that hurt more.
I'll think on it.
See, you can remember saving those two. A couple things. They start with the. Oh, so what happened?
made themselves at home somewhere else while we dealt with the how do I say this, the problem.
Darius, make a deception check.
Which dice this time?
Scanlan.
No, Keyleth.
I just
Scanlan.
did Keyleth.
Do Scanlan.
I'll say with advantage, given that you're not strictly lying.
So hard to fucking see.
Scanlan's a little bit difficult to say.
That's the end of the nutshell.
Deception?
Yep.
31.
That's a scaling number.
You have no idea why Callie's pissed. They seem to have gotten the better end of this deal, even.
He was. Help me out with something. And it looked like he was carrying a lot of stuff. Why are you so upset?
There was a plan, we had to deviate from the plan. He's a little butthurt about it, but he'll get over it.
All those weird combat situations. Useful skills, but isn't that called adapting?
He's a little butthurt about that.
Isn't that called adapting to the situation? You deviate from combat, that's a lot.
Right.
It's called very well.
Maybe you could explain that to him, because I doubt he'll want to hear it from me.
It's worth mentioning, Ignatius, as someone's going through this extremely long process. Just occasionally you feel the red egg in your hand dribble slightly. Damn it, I can't breastfeed. Female dragonborns have tits. I don't know that female dragons don't.
Where's going weird? Make me some teeth.
You just make you a built-in breast problem.
It's getting weirder and weirder. Moving on. You already won the tail.
Anything when we talk about Igni is...
Dude, I
A what?
do dragons even like nurse?
I don't know that they don't.
Don't ask that question. Save yourself.
Okay.
What did you just sign up
No,
for?
they tell me don't fuck with it, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna fuck with it.
I'm sure he'll tell you later.
No, I don't want to talk about it now.
He wants to know what a scale is.
Oh.
See, you guys both said oh at the same time. I don't even know. Don't even know.
It's really not...
So you know what furries?
Yeah, it's a dragon furry. Lizard, dragon, any scaled creature.
But they're called scalies. Don't you dare categorize them as a furry.
God forbid.
Is that really what furries are? All these foxes and dragons? Actually, dragons call themselves scales. Do you really think that was my fucking question? What the nomenclature is?
There's a difference. No, there's a difference. Right. And then six of them show up. Yeah, buddy. There's a difference.
I mean, if I'm a skinny...
You're banned.
Oh, guys, it's been good. It's been real.
Anyway, after 12 hours of focusing Zelwyn, Ignatius, you see... I assume this is the thing we talked about that you're making now? Okay. You see a humanoid figure that looks almost like a snow creature for one moment. And then the blue and white streaks begin to take on skin-like texture until you see a copy of Selwyn standing in front of you. Not duplicity. That was a very different spell.
It's like really want you guys to use that spell. Good.
Hi, my name's Selwyn. Selwyn 2.0.
I did not know he was going to do that, for the record.
Real soul, what the fuck is this?
You're just gonna see real someone just standing there like,
Oh, fuck. I can't believe
Can't believe you've done this.
It's supposed to sound like that.
I don't know.
Cool, what's it supposed to be? Do I need to kill it?
It's me, obviously, but
Uh-huh.
might have been a little bit of a problem.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean problem? I'm perfectly fine. Can't you see?
What I said. Please, don't talk. Actual selling. I don't have words.
Actually, Ignatius, if you could just get me full man, I have this really neat idea for a self-sustaining energy source, and I really need to talk to her right now.
I'm going to slap you.
Like, good.
Do you accept it?
I don't think I can stop it, so. Yeah.
Stop.
Ow!
Stopping it made it even worse.
If you start going to little man dark,
I that's what I was about to do. Someone has made Mandark.
That's what that voice was like. That voice.
Someone 2.0 is Mandark confirmed.
I can't fucking. It was like Mandark, son of a bitch.
You got it straight.
Alright,
It's coming from the guy that has a constantly blood dripping sword. Who eats Spider Queen
I'm
hearts.
just gonna go find her. Real me.
she's not.
Your friend's an asshole.
Idiot Selwyn, she's not here. Real Selwyn, come over to the hallway.
What do you mean by idiot Selwyn? We're both smarter than you.
Actually, that's true. It's actually it's beyond true.
It might be true about that, but see, I don't actually want to hurt the other Selwyn. You're making me want to strangle you.
Oh man.
The gates you guys open up yourselves that I don't even have to do anything for.
Anyway, smart Selwyn, can we go in the other room?
You'll just hear both of them say yes. Yes.
How long did that? This is supposed to be 12 hours.
Yep.
You could have gotten a long rest by the time you guessed it.
Maybe you could feel this Selwyn. How angry he'd be for the next 12 hours in order to do this to you.
Actually, I think that took a lot of expensive components to do. I don't remember everything, but I know some of the stuff you asked about.
Okay.
Oh, I don't just mean spell slots, I mean components.
No, I borrowed money from her too.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, what is it supposed to
Copy Selwyn will have already left and be looking for Chloe. You're just gonna see normal Selwyn actually just go and sit down on his bed, and he's just kind of like, staring off into nothingness.
Poinkia hovers by your ears. This might be a gentle situation. Maybe we be nice.
What did he give birth to it? I don't understand. Did he
Okay, imagine if you saw yourself as a dragon.
Uh-huh.
Basically what's happening here.
Me being a dragon doesn't mean I'm an idiot. I'm talking to the squirrel. I don't understand.
See Kia facepalm. Just
Anyway, alright.
Ignatius, come here.
Right?
You're gonna see him pull out the familiar thought strand and hold it out to you. His hand's gonna be kind of shaking. You'll grab it and immediately be flooded with very visceral memories of Selwyn in a laboratory doing a lot of research towards a, well, would he have to make a perception check to see this, or?
Make an intelligence check for me. It's not in the box. Not in the box. Roll in the box.
Zero. It's 14.
You recognize the scribblings of arcana bits and bits of religion. You're not particularly familiar, but this looks like wizard nerd scribbled to you. Numbers.
Numbers, pictures.
You're going to see the vague visage of another elf woman walk into the laboratory and ask how the research is going, if we made any progress, and that we need to stop. And she seems very concerned, very adamant on getting Selwyn to stop. You'll see and hear Selwyn talk in the copy Selwyn's voice and ask why. And then it'll fast forward to Selwyn doing more research on his own, sort of in secret. And then a loud crash, and you'll see the vague visage of the agent of Scar that you've seen bound in him, and the agent of Yagweh. And then everything goes black.
It was all a dream.
So the other Selwyn really
I think so, yes. I've been having these instincts sort of grab his head again, shake. It's been coming back to me in these flashbacks, and I've never been really able to make sense of it, but once I completed the spell and saw it for myself, it almost opened the floodgates, if you know what I mean.
Why did you create him?
For a simple reconnaissance mission. I've been excessively tired of not being able to be in multiple places at once. This Spider Queen business and this fucking brass dragon that thinks he owns my academy, mine and Cloan's academy.
Of course.
Need some weight off your shoulders. That's what it sounds like. Another you to carry the burden.
To make it to where I can focus on one thing at a time. I also found this in our recent adventures. I'll hand you a scroll.
Okay.
It is a scroll of dispel evil and good. So you would know it, I would assume, in your sorceress capacity to know to expel anything that is possessing a creature. Such as the agents that are bound within Selwyn.
planning on using this on yourself.
I was, but now I'm not so sure. It would essentially erase who I am.
Might kill you.
It might. But now you do have another me to annoy you.
Great. Well, as long as it's not going to Darius. Oh, wait. Sure. Yeah. Hold on to that. Okay, so this one's staying here?
I have not decided quite yet. I wanted your counsel, but I have not been forthright with you lately.
Before I jump to conclusions, please go ahead.
You remember that there was a claim of 2 eggs in the Spider Queen's possession, correct?
Yeah.
He talks about it in his sleep.
I don't sleep.
He talks about it in his not sleep.
That's
I want you to reassure something for me. I read about this long ago, and I don't know if it's correct or not. Silver and red do not mix as far as dragons are concerned, yes?
Well, chromatics and metallics have been known to butt heads, of course. But that was years ago. Hundreds of years ago.
Mm-hmm. See, what I read was...
Actually, it would be tens of thousands of years ago.
Thank you.
Thanks, Basilisk Guy.
Well, I had to think how far back
Yeah,
the Dragon
that's
Dwarf
like-
War
that
had taken
was-
place.
Ages ago.
Actually, literally.
From what I read, they were, they didn't exactly just butt heads. It said in the passage that they were mortal enemies.
Yeah. You're probably correct, but not really any of the other ones around. Not really any of me around either.
I'm afraid now there are. And he'll pull the silver egg from the hole in his pocket.
At this point, you two stand, Ignatius, the red dragon egg in your hand, and Selwyn, the silver one in yours, begin trembling violently.
As if they're about to hatch, or just...
Make a nature check.
Nah, it's not that great. 14.
Not really sure. Dragon eggs are very odd as far as eggs in nature go. You can go ahead and make an nature check too, Ignatius. Actually, you would have advantage being a dragon yourself. Or a former dragon, right? Did you really?
Oh, investigate that, big dog. Yeah, that there boy's what I like to call a natural 20.
That works very well for Ignatius, actually, because he would know exactly how this works.
Oh, whispers.
Guys, don't forget to check out Loot Crate.
We are not sponsored by anything.
You're gonna get us sued.
That actually is a legal issue if somebody digs into that.
Stop it.
Hey, you guys hungry? Yeah, me too. Make yourself a pizza.
Beyond everyone. We're sure it's all not sponsored, but it's a pretty great app.
Do you guys use Incarnate Maps? I use
Not
Incarnate-
sponsored by them either, but they're pretty great too.
I use their maps all the time.
Erica.
I went from
Yes,
here
exactly where I got that
Thanks,
from.
Incarnate.
Erica. I've always liked that route.
I thought it was very cool. I like how I kneeled down to whisper, instantly had to stand up. We are not sponsored.
Your answers, see someone be a little defensive with the egg. Like, he's not going to just hold it out towards you. He's going to be...
Oh, yeah, I know.
you understand. I just did it for the safety of the egg, and you have that eye thing going on. And
You know, it was a dark time for a bit. But you know what? I decided I really don't want to be controlled, so whatever to some person I don't know. Anyway,
you're not going to harm the egg, is what I'm asking.
no. I wouldn't have taken such precautions to keep this one safe. I was going to just break another one. That'd be stupid.
At your declaration of the fact that you do not want to be controlled, Kia starts singing softly to herself, "Dragons are not pets."
No hard feelings.
Of course. Anyway, so the shaking it's a very good indication that they're close to being ready to hatch. I'm not sure why them being together it is, but there's some need that they have. Stop it. We don't need babies.
Hashtag baby problems.
He's a single father on the rise.
I'm not sure what they need, but
Exactly.
it's close. Whatever it is, we're close to achieving their goal. For the right circumstances for their birth. Give a second.
Are you saying that it's a third one that needs to be nearby, or?
I have no idea. Each egg is unique. Basically, when the dragon's ready to hatch, it's ready to hatch. So whatever is causing this to happen is what it wants.
Where do we set something like that up?
I don't know.
Selwyn, at the word "we," the eggs suddenly both simultaneously stop moving. You guys both peer down at it. There's a long moment of silence. Then two. Suddenly, within the red and silver dragon eggs, a tiny crack appears.
You're ruining the moment.
You see, Ignatius, the tiniest little red spout poke up out of the egg. And like a cough, there's a small puff of fire. Selwyn, as you're watching, you see a wing slowly poke out, spread itself from the silver egg.
He's just gonna turn and just watch in awe.
Slowly, over the course of next 5 minutes or so, these tiny baby dragons emerge piece by piece from the eggs. Look at each other, and upon locking eyes, they intertwine, wrapping around one another, before separating and returning both your hands.
Was that good or bad?
I think it was good. I mean, they don't hate each other, so that's pretty good, right?
Not yet.
That'd be awful if they hash them and wanted to kill each other. That'd be terrible.
Right, like dagger, 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 dagger.
Yeah,
You know.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that once
Right.
on a radio show.
Radio was invented and broadcasted specifically for the story.
Magicast.
You're listening to your new Magicast.
So do we just kind of leave them here? I imagine this is the safest place right now for them.
Can they speak?
You don't know.
I'll just look at the red one. Wait, can I tell if it's a boy or a girl?
Make an nature check.
Fuck.
Do nat 1. Maybe nat 20
Please tell me you not won.
again. Nat 20 again.
Same dice.
It's 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Same dice.
Yeah, guys,
And once again, this fucker's over here shooting off these nat 20s.
It is definitively a male dragon. Actually, I'll say with that roll, you probably identify them both. The red one is male and the silver one is female.
Sir, do you have a name that you would prefer us to call you? And madam?
Feel not so much a. There's
I
no.
do this in Rukonic.
Oh, I'm assuming. There is no spoken response. More in your mind. There's kind of a question feeling. Not so much words, not a language per se, but just a feeling of desire, but not understanding.
Great. I didn't get any names. Boy, girl.
Well, you asked their names.
I did. If they had a particular name they would like to be called. They want names, but they don't quite understand.
Are we are the ones that are supposed to name them? I don't
We
know
could
how
give
this-
them names until they decide that they either like them or don't like them.
You are the dragon. I think it is more fitting you give them the names.
I mean, that one's clearly belonging to you, so I mean, it's not fitting that you would tell them the name.
I'm gonna take a look at it. Does it look imprinted or bonded to me?
You have no idea.
Is it like cuddling him?
It's not cuddling per se. It seems to have picked his hand as a perching point.
Well, until further notice, I'm gonna name this one Hayal.
Junior.
Hayal, yeah, Hayal Junior.
I was thinking too.
Hayal the second. Yes, Hayal the second.
Aren't you Hale the second? Technically.
So, no,
He's the Crimson Wind.
not just hear the title, not the perfect.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could come up with a name, but feel free. It did hatch in your hands. Think about that, FP.
So you don't want to be the daddy. Oh, okay. Okay.
Starlight really runs short.
It's the leak oil.
Yeah, let me think about that for a second. We can pan back to Chloe and Marcellus' stuff.
Oh,
For a little
Marcellus
bit.
just in the. It's just. He's outside with the guards. He's been hanging with the guards a lot. He's comfortable with the guards.
Have you started betting at this point?
Of course.
They are running a game of Lion's Den.
The fuck is that?
Do you know how craps works?
Yes.
It's craps.
You asked a Negro, do we know how?
I don't know, if, dude. I mean, granted, I've known you for a couple of years now, but
Listen, when it comes to shooting them tiny dice, baby, I'm 7'11", I'm working all the time.
all right, it's
Yeah,
craps.
we're shooting dice. Yes, finally.
Glenn, you want to know what happened without fire.
Kelly is giving her a thrilling tale of battle and clever ingenuity being used at the last second. Certain death, only to be granted an escape at the last second. Adding Leocass's surely mortal wound. Just embellishing heavily. Darius. All right, do you want to actually go ahead and roll your dice?
Yeah, I'm on.
Well, first, how much are you betting? Let's put that out
We're
first.
just doing like silver apiece.
Okay.
Silver apiece. 20 bets. Around sixes, D6s.
It's 2d6,
Perfect.
and then if you would like, after you roll the 2, you may double down and then roll one more. Try to get to 12.
We're trying to get to 12.
You want it's 7 or 12.
7 to 12. Alright, that's 9. I'm gonna go ahead and double down. No. Yeah, I'm gonna double down. See if I can get that 3. So, Nina, I need you to bring me 12, baby. Where you at? Oh, that's code 7. That's 3 silver gone. I gotta get back on these fucking tables, fellas. I don't know what y'all been on, but I can't go home naked.
I can't go home down 3 silver.
Nina again. I swear that white girl loves me. I can't leave her alone. It's looking real bleak, fellas. That's 6 silver I'm out. If anybody wants to double down, let's do 12 silver up front right now.
One of the guards walks up, places 2 gold coins down.
2 gold. I don't know if I got that, man. That's... Sheesh.
What the fuck happened to all your money? You're the one that gets paid by the thieves' hand every fucking month.
That's a lot of gold, but
He's living
sure.
paycheck to paycheck.
Sure, we can run it. Oh, that's an 11. I gotta say right there. I gotta hold off. That's a clean 11. So,
Put my phone for a second.
the most I can get is a 1 right here, man. Fuck it. Let's add another gold piece. Why not? You already got me here. You might as well clean me out.
Matches your gold piece.
All right. We just need Uno to come around. And Uno only comes around. I give him the third gold piece.
You start sliding back. They all look at you expectantly. They've started to enjoy this game now that they're winning.
Oh my God. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Darius, Leocass, now thoroughly fed and looking somewhat heartier, walks up to you. Can I speak to you in private for a moment?
Let me make sure Anna's okay, and then sure, I've got a little bit.
Emma is currently being cared for by Juliana and Maureen.
You've got the ride.
Should be fine.
I'm going to take care of a little business with our friend here. Be right back.
Okay. It leads you to a slightly smaller room, generally used for just storage and that sort of thing. As soon as you walk in, there's a queer smile on Leocass's face. And as you open your mouth to question it, you hear no sound emerge from your lips. Look down, and immediately Leocass produces a dagger and moves to stab you. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. I didn't expect it, so this is
This would be a surprise round, yes.
Okay.
Oh shit, I actually rolled a decent initiative for once. The fucking surprise round, and I rolled a decent initiative.
12. Or actually, I get advantage on initiative. I
Oh,
forgot.
do you? Yeah.
Not that it matters, because that sucked. Yeah, it's still 12.
Sorry, I'm trying to find where the fuck my battle sheet is. There it is. That's up if you want to actually open up the thing that you say you're opening up. There we go. Alright. 12 you said?
Yeah.
Okay, then he goes first, and you are considered surprised until the end of your first turn.
Okay.
So he is going to move to stab you with his short sword. This would be advantage because you are surprised.
Okay.
And he rolled shit. That might still hit though.
Going to spar when you go out the courtyard. Stop it.
Dagger game is a whole other thing. Anyway. This part fucking. Anyway. You guys are ridiculous. It would be a total of 21 against your AC, Darius.
Just misses.
Just misses. Alright. He's going to go ahead and make a second attack.
Okay.
Those definitely hit. That was a 17 and 18. So. I don't think that's an automatic crit for surprise.
Is he an assassin rogue?
He is an assassin.
And that is this.
Yeah, they do have that. Yeah, they go before. Okay. So.
However, what was his total to hit?
Would be 18. So that's 29.
I'm going to use cutting words.
Does that require you to speak?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Then you are unable to cast it.
Okay.
You are, I would say, realizing now, you are in a dome of silence.
Yeah, that requires me to speak. So yeah.
Okay. I figured it did. Just
Yeah.
All right. So, 8. Those would be 8s. It's 4. Plus 9. Oh no, shit! I'm sorry. It's a D10. That would be. Oh, I'm all backs. So it's 10 plus 10. Okay, so it's 25 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 18 necrotic. Or no, I'm sorry. I take that back. Not, I had to actually roll that.
Still the 25 though.
Still the 25 slashing, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's crit. So 6. And then 12. So yeah, okay, 18 necrotic. So that brings us to your turn. You're surprised, which I believe means you can't do anything until the end of your turn. However, at the end of your turn, you do get your reaction for the following round.
Really?
I believe that's the way it works.
Yeah, because it's a surprise round, but you can still react.
Yeah, it's not actually a surprise round, it's that you are surprised.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's an assassin rogue with 2 attacks.
With multi-attack, yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just double checking on the
So
surprise.
I can use my reaction or cannot?
Can't you have a back?
Starting after your turn, you get your reaction. Because basically, the way it
Since
works.
he just hit me, I cannot.
Well, the way it works is basically after your turn ends, you're considered no longer surprised. So you get the abilities that you would have after a normal round of combat. But for your first turn, you were surprised.
Okay.
So after your turn ends, you then get your reaction.
Okay.
Right, but yeah, for the first turn, I don't think you can actually do anything. I have all the conditions here, but I don't have surprise for whatever reason. All right.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't.
Oh, I can make one. Sure. Yeah. No, that's cool. I get them specifically for that, so.
Yeah, if you're surprised, you cannot take an action on your first round of combat, and you cannot take a reaction until that turn ends. Yeah, so that is the way that works. Write that down somewhere. Anyway, so that would bring us back to him. He does no longer get advantage because you are not currently surprised anymore. It's 14, so it's 25. I don't think his AC is that high.
He gets his reaction back, right?
He does get his reaction back.
He would cutting words that then.
He would,
He is still
he
silenced.
would
He would
shield it.
still attempt to.
Does shield require a?
I
For
think he would
opponent.
shield that if he could.
He would shield that if he could.
I have it too. Wait, let's all take a look at shields.
Verbal semantic.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he's unable to cast shield.
Oh shit, then now he can't do anything.
He doesn't even have shield.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
He's not a wizard. He's a bard,
He's a paladin bard,
paladin bard.
which he does not have shield.
Yeah, I think shield's just a
Selwyn
wizard
has
spell.
shields.
Yes.
Selwyn has shield. Yes.
Multiple character guys.
He would try to cutting words, but being able to speak.
Yeah. It's still unable to speak.
He rolled 25 to hit. Does that hit?
I'm assuming so.
Yes.
You're looking at my reactions?
I was looking at at your
Yeah, see.
spells and all that.
Yeah, your AC is 21, right?
22.
22. Okay, yeah. Then unfortunately, there is unless you have some sort of reaction that doesn't require verbal components.
Yeah, I'm going to use Answer's Retaliation.
Oh, okay. How does that work? That's interesting.
That's the new sword you gave me.
I know, but I don't. I gave it to you a long time ago, and I don't remember it.
You can use your reaction to make a melee attack with it against any creature in your reach that deals damage to you. You have advantage on the attack roll. And any damage dealt with this special attack ignores any damage, immunity, and resistance that the target has.
That's actually going to be a big deal. All right. So the damage does still happen. It is not a crit this time because you are not surprised anymore.
Okay.
So that is... I just had it and I moved away from the page because I'm weird. Anyway. It's a d10 plus 5, so that's 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus necrotic. Oops. Well, I rolled shit. That wasn't bad. 13 necrotic damage. Rolled a 1 and a 2 for the first set. Anyway, that will bring us to the end of his turn. Oh, but you do get your reaction first.
Okay. Well, it's just a melee attack. So.
Yeah. But you said you have advantage on it.
Yes. That's like a 33 to hit.
Wow, shit. Okay then. Stacy's good, but it's not that good.
Natural 19 plus 14, so
So yeah, that's
33.
33. Okay, he cannot do anything about that. That absolutely hits. Do you nat 20 that? What'd you roll?
19.
19?
Fourth level divine smite.
And nothing is
Yeah, that does not require verbal, so yeah, you can still do that. I forgot about that.
Nothing is coming out of this.
I mean, Leocast forgot about that. Leocast, wink wink.
There's no sound coming out of
There is no sound coming out of it.
the dome, right?
Yeah, sound cannot be created or travel outside of the dome.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's the whole point of this encounter.
15 slashing. Or I'm sorry, 19 slashing.
15 slash. Okay.
Wow, that is dick for damage.
You're not knocking the wall.
14 radiant.
So you said 19 and 14 radiant? Okay. 14.
And then it's my turn.
Yes. So that was your reaction.
Okay. I am going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay. So make a athletics check. And I think his athletics is higher than...
34.
So much. His athletics is good. I don't think it's that good. Even if he rolled a nat 20, actually, it wouldn't have been technically enough. But I rolled an 8, so no. So you successfully grapple him. He is unable to run away from you now.
Okay, and is the door closed?
The door is closed.
Okay. I'm going to move towards the door, assuming we're away from it a little bit.
I mean, it's a very small room. This room is maybe 10 feet wide.
Okay.
There's basically just enough room for you and him to be in here.
Okay, so yeah, I'm literally just putting him in a chokehold and then moving towards the door.
Okay. Just for the sake of saying that you're technically dragging him, go ahead and make a strength check.
He's already against the door too. He had just walked into the room.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming, are you are you pushing him towards the door? How are you?
I'm putting him in a chokehold and then I'm backing towards the door, so I technically am dragging him, but I don't think that requires a strength check.
Thought it did.
No, as long as
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's right. It's after your movement speed.
as
So
long as you have him grappled, it's
I
just-
apologize. You are completely correct. So no, you're able to do so.
Okay.
It's like dragging it to me.
Yeah.
It's either grappling.
But he's already against the door, isn't he? Because he literally tried to do that the moment he stepped
Darius
through the
went in first, so he would have been towards the back of the room. So basically, he's just switching their positions.
door. Oh, I can maybe went in first.
But,
I think so, yeah, because he was the one that asked me in there, so.
Yeah, but then you said he led Darius. That's why I was confused. You said he leads you into a.
I should have phrased that better. In my mind, it was more like opening a door, gesturing Darius. I should have explained it better. I apologize. That was on me. Anyway, so regardless, you were very easily able to move your back towards the door, having him in a chokehold.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to bring us to him.
Yep.
He is still able to attack you. I believe it's just that he can't move away from you without disengaging.
He can attack me, but I think it's at disadvantage, right?
Let's see
If
here.
it's grapple.
I think it's straight roll.
Grappled. Speed becomes 0. Does not benefit from any bonuses to its speed. No, it just says that the condition ends if he's incapacitated or if you're incapacitated or if anything removes him from your reach. So basically, he just can't move away from you and get no benefit to bonuses.
Okay.
You can shiv you only once.
He can shake. That's about it.
Got it.
Change shit.
So he's gonna go ahead and attack you. Nat 4. So just the angling's very awkward, and as he's trying to kind of maneuver, the short sword just can't really get it the way he wants. Go ahead and take a second swipe. That was cocked as fuck. Natural 3. I am rolling shit tonight. He just cannot find purchase, and he's just clanging awkwardly against your armor, which should be making noise, but it's just not.
Okay. Shit.
I apologize. He actually needed to make a concentration check. So we'll do that. We'll retract to that if we have to.
Okay.
Your total was, let's see, it was 14 plus...
It was 19 plus 14, so...
Okay, so that's a total of
33.
33. So 16, yes, thank you. What's his con? I don't think his con is actually that great. His con's actually pretty good. Natural 9 plus 5 is 16. No, 14. So, I apologize, silence drops. So, you guys suddenly hear a muffled clang, clang, coming from a storage closet.
From the storage closet?
Mhm.
Would I know where that's at?
Well, you're outside.
I will see based on, you're outside, so you can hear roughly the direction it's coming from.
But I'm saying, okay, alright.
Juliana, you would probably be more intimately familiar.
I would hand Emma to Marina and go see what.
Okay, so both of you go ahead and make a blah 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 blah. Initiative rolls. Thank you. I was about to say investigation. You too. Did you? Wow.
That's a natural fucking 20.
It is.
That is my first natural 20 in 2 months.
Hey man, when you roll it, you roll it.
22?
Bless you.
22. All right.
Well, that's a 24 total, I believe, given that the natural 20.
You're rolling for initiative?
Yes.
What'd you get?
22.
But natural 20s do go first.
I'm missing those now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and use your advantage, man.
That's right. That's 12. So no, 22 sounds
Okay, you gonna go with the 22?
22 sounds good. That sounds alright.
All right. So Juliana, if you were to use your action to dash, I would say you could probably reach the door, based on where you are.
One second.
Marcellus, it's probably going to take you 2 rounds to get there.
I'm going to use my action to dash, and then would the cape mountebank be allowed to be used as a bonus action? Or can I or can I action cape a mountebank or for the blink, and then use my bonus action to dash once I come out?
That you could absolutely do.
Okay.
It's still my turn, right?
It's an
Yeah.
action.
Okay,
It was
because
an
I would
action,
bonus
though.
action Misty step to the
Just
door.
an action. Okay.
That you
But
can
you're
do.
rogue, so you
And
can
then
bonus
bonus
action
action
to
door.
dash.
That
Okay.
I'm doing.
Use the
So-
rogue,
Juliana just... I'm assuming you're
I
using the
Misty
staff.
step to the door. Yes.
Okay, yeah, Juliana just slams the staff, appears in front of the door, in which she just hears muffled... Ding! Just open the door, and you see the shadow of Leocast struggling with Darius.
That was my action, open the door, right? Or was that a free action? It's up to you, obviously.
I'd say action because I was saving my action. For
I'll say
opening
action.
The door,
That's what I
so
was thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's my turn.
So yeah, I'm gonna
So that is going to bring us to Marcellus.
I'm
You're
going to cape of mountebank, the 500 feet total.
make a perception check for me.
Perception. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll make a perception check. Dude. That's what I'm like.
Just to see if you
Yes,
can tell
please.
where the fighting is coming from. I should
I
do that
forgot
for
to
you
get
guys as
my
well.
charges of Voyager staff back before I did all that. So
20 not that.
29. Okay. Yeah, I'll say you managed to keep him out back to basically right by Juliana.
Okay. And then
So yeah, you keep him out bank in, and you see Juliana there in front of an open door with Darius chokeholding Leocast, who is desperately trying to flail and hit him with the short sword in any way he can.
you can see blood running down the leg armor and shit too because he just got stabbed. the
Yep.
fuck.
oh yeah, cool. I'm going to bonus action.
we don't know what's happening. Don't start killing people.
I see Darius bleeding, and we just got done with water. I'm gonna bonus action.
Bonus action murder.
Yeah, fuck.
Aside of murder.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark Leocast.
Okay. I believe that will bring us to Leocast. Yes.
Oh, do you need your action to Okay.
Yeah, use his action to keep him out big. Yeah, so you Misty step there. He appeared next to you in a poof of smoke.
Like the fucking edgy bastard he is.
So Lucas is gonna go ahead and just keep trying to stab the shit out of you. You just hear him grunting angrily, motherfucker.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, let me double check on that real quick. Since there's no silence, he could cast a spell if he wants. He would do this. Okay. I gotta double check on how that works. It's one criticism of D&D Beyond is enemies that have spells, there is no quick link to them, which there should be. Come on, internet, show me, please. Okay, that'll work. So he angrily just kind of stomps onto the ground, whispering ancient necrotic words, and I need everybody to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Counterspell.
What level?
Do I recognize the spell?
You do not.
7.
That'll do it. It was a 5th level spell. Not that strong a spellcaster.
I didn't know what it was.
Nope, you didn't.
No.
Well, can I perform semantic components of a spell if I'm grappling something?
I would assume if you have him just like a one arm, you can still.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you could probably one-handed.
Okay.
Because I think it's really weird.
You're also a tough motherfucker, so it wouldn't surprise me if you have this guy in one arm.
Yeah, well, that's how I envisioned it anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, I imagine you wouldn't be full Nelson.
Yeah.
Because then he wouldn't be able to stab you. That's restraint.
Probably, yeah. Alright. So yeah, you were able to counterspell, and he can't really stop you because he only has access to 5th level spells. Alright. Darius, actually, that'll bring us to you.
Okay. We're still in the doorway. The doorway's just open.
Yes, I opened the door.
You just look around, and your sister and Marcellus are now there.
He's gonna attempt to grab him by the throat and then just throw him out of the doorway towards everyone.
But
All right.
Forced opportunity attack.
No, because if you get forcibly moved out of reach, it does not count.
Yeah, they have to willingly move.
I'm gonna say go ahead and make a general strength check.
Okay. Not athletics.
I'll say, well, yeah, athletics. I'll say with advantage, given that you are currently in control of him.
30.
30? Okay, he's going to go ahead and make a dexterity check, try to land on his feet. Natural 17. So you throw him, and he just goes kind of skidding and stumbling. Manages to stay upright, though. And then, yeah. Did you want to do anything with bonus action, or...?
A natural 20 was wasted on an initiative check.
It didn't feel bad.
No, your natural 20 just makes you go first. That's it. Oh, I'll take it.
I'm gonna bonus action inspire Marcellus.
You can do that, because you're a bard. Alright. Marcellus, you feel strangely invigorated and inspired. You may add a d12 to an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check of your choice within the next 10 minutes, I think it is.
Yes, 10 minutes. And then you'll see Darius kind of like drop to one knee and hold the wounds and be like, I don't know who the fuck it is, but it isn't Leocast.
Alright. Julia.
So she's going to see him fall to the ground, or like I guess get tossed out the door after stepping out of the way and not get hit by a flying man, and then say, I suggest you tell us what's going on and don't run, and cast suggestion.
Okay, and what does it say on that?
That's a 19 wisdom.
I don't think it's that great.
Use your bonus. No, that's the one.
Oh, he does have bonus to wisdom, actually. Not on a 7, though. Yeah, it's a 16, so new.
Okay.
So you're commanding him to halt.
To not move and to also have me. And that goes. He has to do what he's told for up to 8 hours. He has to carry out that suggestion for as long as it takes up to 8 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to make sure he wasn't immune to any condition that was like that. Just looks at you. Mother of the Night Sister sends her regards.
Got it.
Marcellus, that'll bring us to you.
I'm going to draw the Reaper out of its pocket dimension.
So just with a you see Marcellus summon this katana that has blood dripping off of the blade, staining your nice clean floors, Darius.
Here. He draws the blade, staining your nice clean floors. True.
Oh, the closet was stained with your blood.
And he's standing still, right?
Hmm?
And he can't move because we told
Yes,
him not to.
you cannot move.
I'm going to put the tip of the blade under his chin.
But I do believe you hurt him, it breaks it.
Yeah, I think it's if there's anything threatening.
No, I just can't make him hurt himself with it.
Let's see, suggestion.
If you or any of your components damage the target, the spell ends.
Sorry.
Yeah, so anything obviously harmful ends the spell.
If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
How does he look?
Still looks good.
Geocast. Where are the Night Sisters? Where's the mother?
Make an intimidation check. Or intimidation, if I can speak English.
That one.
12.
You have inspiration, don't you?
Oh,
You do.
you're right, I do.
for an extra d12.
An extra D12.
D10.
What was it, a d10?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a D12 if he's I apologize. It's a D12 if he's a level 20 bard.
D10.
I think I get D12 at 14, which
Yeah, whatever it is.
should be level 20 total.
That is a 19 now.
19. Okay. It's 13 plus. Total of 18.
It's the second time that inspiration is coming.
Come pulled right through for you. Looks at you.
do anything else while you
So I will say you can have one of those questions answered.
Where's the mom?
In the lake. I believe that'll bring us. Actually, I believe that brings us to his turn. You specifically told him he shouldn't move, though, right?
Yes.
And since he hasn't been harmed.
Unless they don't run.
Said don't run. Okay. Then, yeah, he would still strike out at you, Marcellus.
Said don't run and tell us the truth, which you did.
So, first attack is a natural 17. I'm assuming that probably hits.
That does.
Now we can do all kind of words and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's 13 slashing.
Okay.
8. 19 necrotic.
Okay.
You took 22 damage, or 32 damage.
Yep.
Yes.
Reuse my reaction for
Okay.
Rebuke of Violent.
Okay, how does that work?
It's one of my channel divinity options.
The ones I'm not familiar with.
Make a wisdom save for me. DC 19.
Wisdom save. What is his wisdom? Plus 9.
9.
Natural 9. 18.
Okay, so you're gonna see Darius gripping, his wound. You're gonna see him just look up at Leocass with the most hatred in his eyes. He's gonna look up and sort of pull down Thanos style, when he does the
Yeah.
pull and a flaming sword is gonna come out of the ether and stab Leocass in the back. for 32 damage.
All right. So you see it just violently impale him. You see blood begin dripping freely from the shadow's wounds. The guise of Leocass's face starts to fall away, and you recognize the face of one of the Night Sisters.
That is radiant, by the way. I don't know if it matters.
It does not, but good to know.
Okay.
That was nasty. He is definitely bloodied. That'll bring us to Darius Juliana. I'm sorry, was that your reaction?
That was my reaction.
Oh yeah, because he still has another attack.
Yep.
Natural 16.
Shield.
It would be a total of 27, I think. Double check me on that. That's plus 11. So yeah, it's 27.
Oh, no, that hits. Still.
As I said, I don't think shield was that powerful.
No, I'm serious. My AC would be
I know you're totally. I thought you meant you had a more powerful version of shield. Okay, so that is 13 necrotic or 13 slashing. Sorry, it's 9 and 18 necrotic. All right. Now Juliana or Darius. I'm sorry. Bouncing all over the place.
You're just gonna see Darius just bull charge towards this motherfucker and attempt to just tackle him to the ground.
Okay, make an athletics check. He rolled really well, but I don't think his strength is... No. Strength's good. Not that good. Total of like 23. So yeah, you just managed to fully tackle him. You guys are both prone on the ground.
My sisters would
All right.
And he is going to bonus action inspire Juliana this time.
All right. Juliana, you now have a D10 to add to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
He's gonna rear his fist back and attempt to strike. I know he can't yet because that was his action. But when he does the inspiration, he's gonna look back at you both and say, "Leave him alive. I want as much information as I can get out of this motherfucker."
All right. Marcellus.
Yeah.
I'm reading. I typed this in weird. I apologize. You're absolutely right. Juliana.
Thank you. She's gonna say it and Toll the Dead. Not lethal.
Okay. What is the saving throw on that?
19 wisdom.
It's plus. Or no, wasn't supposed to.
So that's plus 9.
Yeah, his wisdom modifier is 3, but he has a bonus to wisdom saving throws. A bonus says. Not with a natural 5 though. All right. So I believe that's a D12.
It's gonna fucking hurt.
I believe it's multiple D12 because you're a
It's
high level
multiple
player.
D12 because I know it's better get my wisdom modifier.
Yes, you do.
4d12 plus 5.
Nicey.
Wow. So let's see, that's 28, 33 points of necrotic damage. I rolled pretty fucking good. One of them was a 12.
Looks very bloody, very injured. You can see pieces of his flesh just decaying and rotting away.
And I'm using my bonus action to kill the word Darius.
All right.
And 4th level.
Now Marcellus. Yeah, because Toll the Dead's a cantrip, so yeah.
Oh, little bitch, you cut me.
15
I'm gonna walk up.
Yes.
I'm gonna put my hand in her rib, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast her.
Go ahead and make a attack roll.
No, I don't want to use your pipe. You're too nice.
Lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
You guys specified on me. Go check that.
Is that, how many, is that, that's an attack roll for each beam, isn't
Yes, so he has to make 4 attack rolls.
I don't think.
No,
Do you have
I
4
have-
blast
I
yet?
have one right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, your levels, it's your total level.
it?
Total level?
Oh, is it your total level or your warlock level?
Cantrip scale with character level.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I apologize. You're absolutely right
I
then.
thought it was one.
I thought it was 1 too.
Oh shit.
Eldritch Blast is nasty.
Okay.
Yield.
First, the first
Eldritch
Wait, wait.
Blast.
Say it more loud.
blast. First one is 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits.
The second one
Frost?
is 16 to hit.
16 unfortunately does not hit.
You would have disadvantage since they're range attacks and he's on the floor.
They're spell attacks. Are they ranged attacks? Or?
They're still
Yeah,
technically.
it's still range.
Oh,
Okay, so they are at disadvantage. So first one misses.
Okay.
I was thinking about that, but I thought they just counted as spell attacks.
Yep, second one misses.
I thought so too. I had spell attacks or so.
It's weird.
Spell range attacks also got
All range.
Okay, that one definitely hits. It's 16, 17. So
Total?
23.
Oh, okay, base rolls. Okay, yeah.
23 hits. So the third one hits. Bitch. 19 hit. Sorry.
19 unfortunately does not hit. Yeah, you just blast out 3 of the beams, crack against the stone. You're just not used to aiming at target with the spell. Third one though, hits solid.
See, like shotgun to at point blank.
And how do you want to do this?
It's 9. Oh, okay.
He has 2 hit points.
Oh, okay.
He almost made it through that though.
So it's 9 lethal. Like
Yeah, not lethal.
So after I grab her rib,
Non-lethally rip her heart up her chest.
I mean, technically possible.
I put it back.
I'm gonna whisper in her ear, "You're only alive because he commanded it," and then I'm gonna let the beam go.
So you just see Marcellus lean down, whisper into her ear, and this bright flash actually sees shine up through her injured and decayed face before she just kind of immediately just falls back. Still breathing, but definitely beyond fighting condition.
You sort of see Darius like, good work.
As we see that she's pretty unconscious and everything, I redraw the Reaper.
Okay.
Marcellus' face is he wants to kill this bitch extremely bad.
As Marcellus is staring down at her, you guys actually hear Ilya's voice echoing from Marcellus, even though his lips aren't moving. You just hear her soft, "Kill it. Kill it. Kill it." Marcellus, make a wisdom saving throw.
Plus 5.
You do have +5 because of Darius. 19? If you so choose, you may resist the urge to kill.
And I'm gonna put the Reaper back.
Yeah, it's just here.
Yeah, I was expecting you to like go boom right next to her head.
And then I'm going to walk off angrily.
You see Marcellus just kind of angry, huff walk. Fuck bullshit.
You can do what you want with it when we're done.
I planned on it.
That's good because you're going to help me get the information.
I stop where I'm at. Turn back around. Now we're talking.
At this point, Darius, 3 of your guards come skidding around the corner. Spears bared. It would have been there sooner, but they rolled a 5 on their perception check.
That is awfully close to where Emma was. She's not okay. How short of a distance she had to travel to get to a combat situation from holding a baby.
Darius is just going to look around the corner while the guards are sliding around there. Congratulations, you still have a king to serve.
You see them instantly just turn in a small huddle. Where's my deep? One on the far left steps forward. Sorry, sir, this was my fault. We,
Joking off? I know.
yeah.
just do it right here. Make yourselves useful, get some rope and some water.
They instantly start running off to grab copious amounts of rope and water.
She can stay if she wishes.
One of most of them come back with buckets of water. One of them comes back with a glass of ice water for you.
My liege.
Wow, thank you. I'm parched after having to defend myself.
Sim awkwardly looked aside. See, you're kind of anxiously huddling Emma kind of to herself.
That sounds wonderful.
She's not happy.
Marcellus is there for your salary again.
Say it again, Juliana.
I went from about 50 to 100.
Real bad.
We're just gonna call an ice sister, but done that.
If I'm just trousers, like. Oh my.
He wasn't in the torture porn, but now.
Yes.
Holy
Marcel's
torture
only
porn?
went into torture porn.
Shit.
It appears somebody has moistens to the inside of my trousers.
You know damn well Marcel has always been into torture porn.
You guys are hastily tying several lengths of rope around her.
As soon as she's restrained, before she wakes, he's going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. What is the saving throw for that?
Nothing since she's unconscious.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what is it normally?
19 charisma.
So it automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Mm-hmm.
So you can make a charisma save while you're knocked the fuck out.
Unconscious creatures are incapacitated, which means they can't take actions or reactions. Cannot move or speak. He's unaware of the surroundings. Drops whatever's holding and falls prone. Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. Attack against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature's critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Then he's going to cast Bane
By the
first.
rules. Okay. Which is a D4 against the.
Well, she still has to make another charisma save for Bane.
Okay.
But he would do it until he knew that she failed.
Okay. We will say for the sake of brevity that happens. So it's a D4 against the total charisma saving throw against Zone of Truth.
Correct.
What is the total? What is the total for that? 18.
19.
19 charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because I rolled a 4. Tell you what, man. My attack rolls and initiative is on point. My saving throws go to shit. I get one or I get the others. I don't get.
Did I need to expend multiple
No.
slots for Bane? No, I mean for
Oh.
Bane, not for Zone of Truth.
I mean, I'm gonna say considering I rolled a 4. No.
Okay.
Say 1. 'Cause I rolled shit. Alright, so she's under the effect of Zone of Truth.
He's just going to sort of glance over at Marcellus while still holding those wounds. You healed him a little bit, but there's still...
Still a little bit of
nothing in that
still a little bit of ow. She hit pretty hard.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, how much are we for?
I was slightly below half once you healed, or before you healed me.
Well then, can I see how hurt it actually is?
Yeah, I'll say you know Darius pretty well.
So I'm at 97 out of 146.
Oh, should we do 2 on then? Which is 70 hit points.
Oh, so that's just full. What level spell is it?
6.
Damn.
Clerics, man.
Yeah.
Literally just walk up, face on your own, and just boom!
As she's doing that, he's just going to look over at you while still, holding it while she's in the process of doing it.
My liege.
You get first question. I get second.
Perfect. So I take out my.
The baby from the other room.
Wah, motherfucker.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
That's what the water's for. If the gods would, do their job.
He instantly hit her in the head with a water pail.
And she's dead.
That's a lot of gallons of water. Just to go get that. You mean like
No.
this king?
Obviously,
Starts to pour it. Ping!
Wake up, boy! The king says wake.
it's like whenever you do the bucket on top of the door trick, but you don't use the rope, so the bucket just falls and clang. Where'd I go wrong with this?
Where do you find these people?
Obviously, they know what they're doing, so they pour water on her, slowly wake her up.
Do you
Whoever
need another
screens these guys
pizza?
needs to
No.
There's still pizza over there.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think there's still that half pizza over there. Thank you, by the way. While you're up, would you mind grabbing that other monster, please?
Right?
So what's your first question, Marcellus?
As she starts to slowly wake up, I'm just gonna drive my dagger into her kneecap. Or into her, right above her kneecap.
She has 1 health.
Oh, she has 1 health?
Yeah.
She went from unconscious to awake. She has 1 health. That's why I said it would be
Non-lethally drive the dagger to her kneecap.
Sure. Make a dexterity check. Try to make that happen.
She's now unconscious again.
That's a 17.
She's dead.
And then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level.
She's dead.
Oh, she's dead?
You just killed her.
Off a kneecap
That's why she had 1 health. She was drinking death, and you're just like, die to her kneecap.
Wow, I thought we were gonna torture her.
That's why I asked to heal her.
Well, she's incapacitated, so it's automatically a critical hit.
Wait, why is it critical if they won't for one?
She's incapacitated
Then she's still.
and restrained.
If she's at 1 hit point, then it would just do the 1 hit point. She would
Yeah.
still have to make the death save.
Let me double check here.
That's what I'm under the impression of.
Oh no, I apologize. I was thinking of unconscious. Unconscious creatures have automatic.
Okay.
So she's on death's door now.
Good. I'm gonna
She's
cure.
back where she was. She's unconscious now again.
And I'm gonna Cure Wounds her at the first level.
But,
Okay, well, Cure Wounds is an action, so you have already taken action, so she has a death saving throw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because when you non-lethally down someone, they are stable. When you stab someone to death, they are now in death saves.
Well, he said non-lethal, didn't
He stabbed her in the leg after she was at 1 hit
that's
point.
what he
That takes a
said.
lot of fucking finesse. That was what the dexterity saving throw. The dexterity was action was for.
he? Okay.
Okay, 10, so she would have been. That's it.
Hey, you up? You're not up?
I'm gonna spare the dying. No. Yeah, I'm gonna spare the dying.
Probably a good move.
She's supposed to be alive for this, yes.
Yeah. But
But I'm gonna have to heal her so you can injure her.
yeah. Get her right. Get her just right before.
The guard slowly reaches over, holding out a greater healing potion, kind of
I'll first level cure wounds.
shifting it between you two.
I'll first level cure
Don't-
wounds.
Let's not waste potions in this war. You're too kind. You're too kind. But watch this.
So that's 12. No, that's a lot. That's not
I
right.
was gonna say you had your card.
9. 9 points of healing.
So she has 9 health points. So you're slowly gradually wake up.
Yeah, you with us now? Yeah. I made a bad decision to come here. You know that, right? You aware of
I
that?
have a lot of stress thoughts.
Good, because I've got a lot of fucking frustrations to get out here. Alright, so check this. Listen. Where exactly... No.
Well,
Dad, do you listen? Do you feel what I have to say right here, right now?
Do I love who?
This bitch.
I want information out of her.
Okay. I'm going to punch her square in her shit. Like square in her face.
Okay, you can attack roll. Has advantage.
That's an apple 20. There's no need for anything else.
Okay, you do 2 damage.
2 damage. Good. I wasted my next 2 points of
hey,
damage.
you know what?
Welcome to unarmed strikes with
But
weak
it's okay.
creatures, man.
That was a hella good punch to the mouth. So
She got the
Her-
point.
Yeah.
So a few teeth fall out.
Oh, that looked like
Sears smiles softly.
I'm I'm gonna put my hand in
Yeah,
the
well,
cloth.
she's turned away. She doesn't really want to see this. She's okay with you doing it, just doesn't want to see it.
What lake is the mother in?
No word.
Okay. Does anybody have any what's the word called? Chemicals available on hand? Golf, do you have any chemicals in the castle?
What exactly are you looking for?
Yeah, too many Cohans in the
I'm looking for something that just really burn the insides up a little bit if you have any.
Cohans here.
Oh, you know, if she was doing it, thank you. God, make yourself useful since your king almost died and you weren't here. Run and grab Conan for us. Please, if you could.
3 of the guards instantly run off, shouting for Coan.
Which plan would just be in the mess hall with Callie, still talking about that story, because this wasn't very long.
No!
I want you to know this is going to get a lot worse. Like it's a lot better.
You see her smiling softly at you, before you notice a small piece of foam begin to dribble from her mouth.
What's the restoration?
You son of a bitch. Because that's exactly what was going on.
Yep. And that's my last second level spell slot, but yep.
Good. I will say because that cures poisons. Yeah.
Nice try, but you're not going anywhere.
You thought that was going to be quick, huh? No, see, no, we got. How much time do we have, Darius?
All the time in the
All
world.
the time? Do you know we got time?
Okay.
Plenty of it. So,
Until 7 o'clock, then I have to put Evan to bed.
I got hours and hours. You know,
The mention of Emma, a soft smile appears on her face. We'll make sure the next one aims for her.
I'm gonna punch him square. Punch every square across the face.
Go ahead and make another attack roll with advantage.
What you just said?
She just aimed at Emma.
Oh, he's gonna push you to the side. He doesn't care what you're getting ready
You
to
just
do.
stabbed her to the chest, I'll wake that bitch up.
23 and natural 20.
You do another 2 points of damage, knock out a few more teeth.
And then I'm going to.
Then he just
That's
shoved her-
Darius.
shoved her out of the way.
What are we doing, Darius?
You decked her and then got shoved.
In fact, you being shoved is part of what dragged your fist across.
So you gotta like strengthened by Darius shove punch into her face. Pure just big haymaker right in her mouth. Anyway. Oh god, you're looking for something to do to her, aren't you? He's just like, what can I do to this bitch? I'm gonna have cure wounds at the ready. Just in
Holding a
case.
cure wounds.
Yeah. To make sure she lives through whatever you thought to do.
I'm gonna lift her up by her head and then just turn her to where she sits down. And then I'm gonna put my foot on the back of her spine, grab her arms, and try and dislocate her.
I'm sorry, you're trying to what?
Dislocate both
Dislocate
her
her
arms.
arms from behind.
Okay, so you probably have to remove her from the bindings to actually do that. But
That's fine.
okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
I'm gonna draw an arrow just in case she tries to run or has something to explain.
That's cocked as fuck.
So I'm holding that shit.
General strength.
Yep.
17.
Strain and pull. It takes you a good few seconds. Eventually, you hear the chill tail, and you see the arms pop out of socket as they go limp.
Does she react in any way?
She does not. She said there's no visible or audio reaction.
Okay.
I am going to. You're still holding her down, like face out, with your foot in her back.
Yeah, she's like
I'm
facing
going to come across her face with my foot.
You should have phrased that a little bit better.
Like a sweet chin music. Yeah, I'm hitting with the sweet chin music while she's just arms dislocated in the area still holding her. Yeah, that's happening now.
Kicking her in the face.
I'm kicking her square in the fuck.
Alright, go ahead and make another attack roll.
That is
Yeah, so that you do advantage.
That's a 20, not mad. And a 23.
23? Oh yeah, 23 hits.
Alright. So she gets another 1 point of damage after kicking her square in the fucking face.
Okay, she still has 2 hit points at this point.
I'm gonna lift her head back up. What to make is the mother thing.
It looks up at you. See her swallow for a second.
So then I'll just lean past him. Go. I suggest you tell us the truth. Or tell us all. Just tell us.
Okay. And it's 19 wisdom.
And you just, I can run through level spell slot for the second level spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are out of spell slots for whatever you're trying to do, you can use a higher level for it. That actually, that's 21.
Is she still bad?
Bang.
So,
Bane.
oh, I apologize. Yeah, she is pain.
Thank you.
Maybe.
That is 2, which makes it 19, so she just meets it. She looks up at you. I had worse stuff than this in my training.
Marcellus, which arm do you think she favors more?
I'm gonna draw a Reaper up. No, I am bow now. So I'm gonna use the arrow to kind of point at her right hip, her right shoulder.
As much as you can with it being out of socket.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one.
Well, that's the one she shanked me with.
That's
So
the one she cut me with. I would say now.
good. I said answer, and I'll just lop it off.
So, given the present condition, you really don't even have to bother. You immediately lop it off. She falls unconscious.
No.
Nice. Your wounds.
Where
You witness the open wound begin to scab over. Because I don't believe it reattaches anything long. So,
Your wounds is not.
Nope. So,
So that's still like third level cure wounds.
Yep.
So she should take a bit more hit. So that's 18 points healing.
18 points again? Okay, good to know. She just kind of looks dully up at you both. You two are really determined.
Oh, sweet, determined. It's miles ago. And then I'm gonna grab her by her neck and reach into her mouth and grab her tongue out. Or grab her tongue and like pull it out to the extent it can go.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
You're just extending it, or you're attempting to rip it
No, I'm
off?
just extending it out. That is just a general 11.
Tongues are actually really, really strong and extremely difficult to pull out. Don't really get much where your hand is just basically in her mouth, which is missing several teeth.
Derek, would you help me with this?
Sure, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I command you to give him your tongue.
It's 19 charisma,
Wisdom, I believe.
or wisdom.
Command is a one word command. That's the reason I use suggestion over command.
Open.
I will allow it.
Sorry, I just different.
It was good call.
I've used command quite a lot. Otherwise, it's actually not like the spell. Which is what I should have done when he was around here from shooting the other around.
Yeah, you could have commanded halt.
Yeah, which would have done way better. Or,
What was the save?
19 wisdom.
Wisdom?
With Bane attached to it.
With Bane, well, it still works. She has a total of 20 right now. It's 3. No, she fails.
There it is.
Opens her mouth.
I extend her tongue out. Now, sweetie, you're going to tell us what we want to know. Correct?
She makes a guttural, indistinct noise.
That sounds like a fuck me. And you know how I feel about that? Derek, would you be so kind to take one of these daggers out of his sheath and cut her tongue off for me?
Right there.
What did she say?
Derek, just grab the dagger and put it to her tongue for me.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'm not attacking, I'm just putting it to her tongue.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna ask you one more time. And after that, I don't know where our king wants this to go. But it won't be good for you, I promise. What link is the money?
Another indistinguishable noise, given that you are holding the tongue, the thing that is the major component of any speech.
That sounds almost like you wanted to tell me. So let's do head nods. Are you gonna tell me the fucking truth?
Nods her head.
Not like yes or not like no? Is that
Well,
what
no,
you mean?
no is a shake, so yes.
Yeah, okay.
Flannery, you probably weren't nodding. This is not nodding in any way.
Actually, there is some countries where that means yes.
You shut the fuck up.
Oh, if only I could.
Touche.
I'd be married.
What link?
Are you still holding your tongue?
No, I'll let you go.
Okay, because it's kind of an important part of speech. She answers in Abyssal. And Juliana's here.
I can't understand Abyssal.
I'm surprised.
It's one of the few languages that I can't understand.
I just now thought about that because I was like, wait a minute. There's a linguist here.
What is
Darius is going to cast tongues.
Okay, how long does that take to cast?
It's an action.
Ritual cast. He usually ritual casts it, but this
Nope,
time
it cannot be ritual casted. That you're thinking of common languages.
Okay, I will say, given the amount of time you take to give it, I'll say you get the word doorstep.
Do what?
You get the word doorstep.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Not sure it matters.
What persuasion?
Yep.
26.
Okay, I got an 8.
I think you want
Rolled a fucking 4. She looks at you. The lake outside your doorstep.
Are we done here?
You did not understand that answer.
Oh, sorry.
No, she said the lake outside her doorstep, but I'm sure we could go deal with that now. I could send her to my. I've got a really sadistic fuck for a jailer. He'd love something like this.
I'm gonna punch her 2 more times in her face.
Go ahead and make 2 more attack rolls with advantage.
Boobies.
That is a 10.
Okay, that does not hit. Or rather, it hits, but it doesn't do damage.
19. 19 plus spell.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
2 and 3. I'm sorry, 4 and 3, sorry. That is.
Yep.
Alright.
There's 15 minutes ago, I would have launched it like make her nose or something so it didn't actually hurt.
Kind of punched her in the collarbone.
Darius, are you sure you don't want me to kill her?
Well, she's just going to the jail. You can do whatever you want to her. I want more information. You can work with the jailer on that if you want, but once she gives some more meaningful information, then sure.
I'd much rather call our metal friend and then head to the league.
A magical friend.
A metal friend.
Metal friend. Oh, right.
I'm sure he'll want to really get it
Yes,
on.
I imagine, and I'll look at her. A dragon.
If she would like to. Oh, yeah, I apologize, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so we totally skipped the whole part of the big okay going on.
Sorry, things were happening.
That's why it just comes casually walking in the wood.
Yeah, she'd be like, what the hell did I miss?
Going, it's so nice to see you again. I'm just holding this big fire neck in her head. Real quick.
Should baby scan this? It's kind of fucked up.
We don't have to tell the story. Do you have anything that really just burns the insides?
Let's go. so they'll start looking for her back.
Well, the guards
Actually,
confusedly.
you get something nice because this one right here sort of grab it out of your hands and lift her up as much as he can. She wanted to kill your baby sister.
And then I'm gonna punch her again in her fucking face.
Go ahead and make another attack roll.
Sorry, Steve, what's the way around?
19.
Okay, so that's another point.
And then I'm gonna grab her by the neck.
Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry, I've had to pee for like an hour.
You're like, little bitch is fucking me again. Live for torture.
Small set torture room. The storage room. That's like right next to us.
The one that I got stabbed in. While my guards were jerking off.
You sure we can find like the smartest guards ever?
It must be just something about me. I just attract stupid people.
Whatever the case. You just want to like tie her up and throw her back in that room.
His eyes are twitching. There's stuff all up your nose.
You know, still contraption I've been working on called Kill. If you want, I can just like try to. It's a cloud of like incendiary death. But if I can just try to like concentrate it more.
I'll tell you what I told my sons. You can work with the jailer once we throw her in there, tie her up, gag her so she can't do the random cell bullshit that she was doing. And you can
Sitting
do
there like
whatever
on
you
edge for
want
like the
to
past
do,
hour. Like I don't want to interrupt.
as long as you get information out of them.
Wouldn't mind using that. Sure, I can come up with some great things. I'll come up with some other things, so.
I'm sure you can, and I'm sure our resident dragon would like to try his hand at it as well.
At which point, Kia, 1,000 miles away, Ignatius looks up at you. Are your horns burning?
Oh, I was twitching a minute ago. I feel like Darius is talking about me.
He is.
Oh boy.
They're torturing somebody and they want you in on it. It's essentially what's happening right now. Do you want to teleport there?
I'll ask someone if he needs to stay.
Selwyn, does it need to stay for this?
I'll ask someone if he.
Well, we were kind of in the middle of a
Yeah.
conversation, but you can go if you want.
Do you need to stay? Do I have to go?
Wait, that's- No, because that all happened, that whole conversation and bit happened after the 12 hours. We would be in the, this would be in the middle of all that.
Oh, would it? Oh, then no, then I can't go.
Yeah.
No, this is the next day.
Is it?
Because Chloe would have left.
I thought we were doing it during the 12 hours that
Yeah.
I was casting the
Oh,
spell.
my God.
Oh no, no, because it would have taken at least 12 hours for Cal to get back.
Okay.
I sent Glenn when before he started 12 hours, right?
Yeah, but it would have taken at least that 12-hour stretch for Callie to get all the way back to Hermes.
It's technically the next day.
Yeah, I assume that's what was happening.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I apologize. I thought
Have we slept and everything then, or?
No, this would have been taking place like as you guys were winding down for the night, basically, is when this all went down. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, mid. So like 8 o'clock-ish.
So would I have my sending stones back then? Or would that have been early?
You use those. Yeah, you use those in the morning. So
I
yes.
just want to make sure.
Good question. So are you staying or are you gonna go then, Iggy?
Did you mention the situation to them, or are you just leaving?
Oh, I would have totally told him.
Yes, actually, I think I
Wait,
heard,
wait. Well, this would have been before they hatched up.
No, no,
It would have been after.
Or after.
because it's after
Yeah.
everything happened.
Okay. Well, then I would have explained exactly what he had told me. Apparently, the torture is still trying to go. What do we do with the
Reverie is still like a kind of feeble.
Yeah, Reverie's still there.
How weak are you currently?
pretty weak. They're hatchlings at this point.
Is probably kill them.
Referee's gonna like say in your mind, also be here with them.
Okay. Well, that's
I just picture a version of Mushu chasing these dragons around.
He just got a little cowboy hat on.
Long piece of straw.
Just takes a cigar on his mouth. I'll die here with him.
He's got the really long cigarette that never used to ash.
Then they start being like teenagers to be all like Zazu and Simba and Nala.
one day you two are going to be married. Betrothed. Happy
Oh, I just can't wait to be a dragon.
You know the live action movie?
I've heard people knock it.
The one that just got on theaters.
Yeah.
Yes. It's technically live
I don't know. I've heard it loses a lot from having the CGI lion faces.
It was actually not bad. It worked pretty fucking well until Beyonce opened her mouth.
It worked
Fair enough.
real. You know what? It worked real well until I saw the trailer for Cats.
Oh,
Lion King.
That was actually the worst thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
it was terrifying.
I don't want to know.
You don't.
I don't want to know.
It's like, never mind.
Yeah, I don't
Just
want to know.
tomorrow, just casually.
Alright, I'll give you a very, very, very basic breakdown of it in a couple words, ready? Furry musical. So anyway,
Probably no.
Yeah.
Alright.
We will leave them with Reverie, yes.
Reverie has 2 new playmates. They're probably about Reverie's size, actually.
yeah, I was gonna say they'd be roughly the same size, or everybody would get a lot more powerful than them.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, I think I've decided on a name. How does Atreus sound? And yes, I would like to go. I think I have a little something for our interrogatee.
Lovely. Goodbye.
Alright. So there's the well, flash of lightning, and a moment later you guys appear in Darius's hall.
You know, I think you're getting better at drawing those circles than I am.
Oh, that wasn't so. That was in the circle.
Oh, I thought it was circle.
Nope. I literally poof this right to like the middle of this fucking hall. Evening,
That came from both of them.
If he just comes sliding in like that fucking vine, just good evening.
Hello. You guys were talking about me.
Yes.
See Amy just lying there.
I would like to bring my invisible stalker with us.
Okay, easily done.
That was a fancy trick. How do you know we were talking about you? Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
The all-knowing little thing.
Marvelous though, and you didn't call.
I couldn't do it again, but now that you're here, this is beautiful because
Okay, well, fill me in what happened.
I'm gonna grab a
Why
light.
you beat?
I'm gonna grab a lighter.
Fill me in. What happened? Why are you bleeding?
This little bit.
So low.
Still
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Was she? Did she shapeshift or just the fucking spell I have it? The sky self.
It's actually neither.
Okay.
It's an expanded form of a Bard of Shadow ability, where they actually can take somebody's shadow and adopt it as their own if the character has recently died. Yes, I think it's called.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's basically an extended version of that spell, because that only lasts for an hour, but this was cooler.
This
There's a bit of foreshadowing with Leocast getting shot.
continued to be on Leocast, and then got Darius to go into this room and shoot. So where's Leocast? She asked you a fucking question.
A small smile breaks out over a woman's face. Why now I imagine they've buried him.
I'm gonna back him. Shit.
I'm punching her in the face now.
Okay, both of you go ahead and make attack rolls with advantage.
I have walked in on something great.
I have never been so happy.
19.
Actually, at this point, yeah.
So I'm actually go over to tell them, like, they're gonna take her to the jail cell soon.
What'd you get, Marcellus? 19?
Plus whatever, plus 6.
Yeah.
I'd like to get my body.
No, you're proficient. You're always proficient in arm strikes.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, because it goes up plus on your own?
Yeah, you're good.
You still have that
Yeah.
gem that you
Yes.
It goes up my strength. So 15.
15. 15 does not hit.
Cool.
So you hit, it just doesn't really impact. You do hit Marcellus.
Yeah, I backhanded the shit out of her.
So that's another point of damage. At this point,
Yeah,
yeah, it's because you rolled insane.
Did you use that on this person?
So that at this point, you guys hear a scraping along the ground, and a slightly drunk Callie comes stumbling into the room, dragging a scimitar along the ground.
his scimitar, a scimitar.
His scimitar.
Hey, Callie, what's going on?
Oh, I was laying there attempting to pass into a drunken stupor of wonderful ladies in my dreams, and I hear that Leocast might be dead.
Oh, yes. Your comrade, Leocast, has a high percentage of being buried there. Is that what you said? Yes.
Callie walks up, lifts the scimitar, and in a single motion just looks at you, Juliana.
Kills her?
You can bring her back.
I'm going to cast heal at third. Cure wounds at third level. Jesus.
Slowly rises back up. You see your eyes open again. Callie pulls the scimitar out. Reaches behind him. Healing potion. Once again, just. This might be a while.
So the 19 points of
Yes.
Get it out of your system.
My liege, would you have to take her down to jail? And so,
Oh, I got it.
friends can have some fun.
You'll actually hear Solomon pipe up. You can kill him if you wish.
As soon as he says that.
Her. I meant her.
As soon as he says that, I go to Reaper and go straight across her neck.
Just in one swift. Her head topples backwards. Callie looks down at it slightly. I wanted to play with that some more.
Oh no. You will, and I will use my reaction to use Soul Cage.
Soul Cage, okay. How does that work? I'm not familiar with it.
Query Soul. I'll just read the first part of it. The spell snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside a tiny cage you use for a material component. A stolen soul remains inside the cage until the spell ends or until you destroy the cage, which ends the spell. While you have the soul inside the cage, you can exploit it in any of the ways described below. You can use a trapped soul up to 6 times. Once you exploit a soul for the 6th time, it is released and the spell ends. While a soul is trapped, the dead humanoid it came from cannot be revived. And what I'm about to use it for is Query Soul. You ask the soul a question, no action required, and receive a brief telepathic answer which you can understand regardless of the language used.
Okay.
The soul knows only what it knew in life, but it must answer truthfully and to the best of its ability.
Let's actually step up on Zone Truth, so. Alright. Callie's just methodically.
So you're just going to see Selwyn just right above her as she dies, and then her head topples and see her take out of a cage. And sort of just bring the soul out of
Yeah,
the body. And
God of
trap
War
her.
style.
Yeah.
Alright.
I didn't mean to correct
Callie
you.
slowly looks back. Don't get me wrong, I love that you were about to do that.
Didn't mean to crash the party, but we have 6 questions.
I have no questions to go back in.
Please.
No. 6 is all we get.
Can we burn the essence of the soul?
Can't put back spilled ale.
It will be as questions are asked.
What if you don't ask any questions? Is it stuck in a cage?
Then I suppose you don't get any answers.
But is it just stuck in the cage?
It's me, Fred.
We have 8 hours.
Does she have any friends
That is one question.
Ding. That's a great question. Where are friends at?
Do you have any friends that my friend, my dragon here, dragon friend, can kill or torture?
I have an organization of sisters. They exist in most every city in the world.
What did you say?
That was
We're in a city!
That was in character. Yes, we're in a city.
We're in. I'm looking for pets. I sell pets!
We're in a city.
As he asks it, he's still holding out, and you can see like a miniature silhouette soul version of the one you just killed. And he's
It's kind of a purple haze, almost a ghost figure.
just manipulating it and torturing it as he asks the question.
So, ask her how many are here in Heroes.
You heard them out. How many are here in Yunus?
Last count, I knew there were 10 agents left here in Hermas, along with the 9 mothers.
Yes.
What did I miss?
I'm gonna walk you down the hallway.
I don't leave.
Like, let him get. I don't want to miss anything! Pause the movie!
I'm not talking to them.
It is only question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Selwyn has to specifically ask. I know how spells work. Alright.
To Darius. What's up?
Yeah. Pretty much just in general.
Sad.
You turn and look at the guards. You turn and look at the guards. One of them has like a hammerhead head, where his eyes are actually way off to the side.
Well, I didn't know when you couldn't see anything.
Was it understood?
My thoughts hurt.
Go get guppies.
Turns to look at another guard who's gills.
You don't know how to fish people.
That's 100% what was on this island.
That's really the only option I have. The most capable, which, as you can see,
Clearly not fish people.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Oh no.
I don't think we've ever been more on the same page.
I've never connected to you so thoroughly.
So, you seem to have some hunting to do.
Yes.
If you're gonna go to see them.
Oh, right,
Gwen's sister.
Child.
right.
Lifters.
Basically, let it kick you and you'll find out.
That's. I'd rather not. Alright, well, that's just really shitty. Cool, let's be friends. I don't know.
We get 4 more questions.
Another dead dish is what it just sounds like.
We're sure there's Rose there.
Oh!
Shouldn't be able to handle it.
She's not.
Wait, what?
This is
What do you think after this?
Is that your question?
You two, in a split moment, made the exact same gesture, and it was kind of amazing. Like a split moment, you guys both went. It was kind of incredible.
So,
Talk, my little puppet. Where is the Night Mother?
She's
Exactly.
taken up a dwelling at the bottom of the lake outside.
where the dragons is.
I believe so. yes.
I will say, the bitch is bold. What are the 10 ancient snacks in the city?
Really, I don't know much to that.
3 more questions.
What's that number 83?
You have 2 more. I'm joking, obviously.
And surprise, yeah. Magic Dragon.
You want to know where they are?
Where they are and where Mr. Bleed or full of this.
If she should reject her criticism, then into your mind, you share that entry meeting along with them for the next 30 days.
Let's just pull up an empathy.
Okay. So just to be clear, what are your questions?
Where are the 10
What
friends?
is the average wingspan of a swallow?
Where are 10
African
friends?
European.
Oh, you're actually there.
I like it.
Where are your 10 friends in Irmos?
They were instructed to take up fishes of people around the city and within the castle. We didn't know who everyone was.
What is your other question? If you have any knowledge of it, where is the Spider Queen?
What remains of her soul latched on to one of her old followers.
One more question.
I have an idea. I do have an idea. If she can project an image of what these flowers look like into his mind, he can show me what they look like, and I will know what they look like for 10 days, or 30 days. So I don't know exactly.
She did state that she didn't know who they were impersonating.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
I just thought that.
That is alright. If they are shape changers like this claims to be,
So it's gonna hold a little gem of sight. Just like, I can take care of that.
She does have that. I'm looking at it.
if I don't look at it, it doesn't exist.
If I don't remember we're giving it to the party, they don't have it.
We'll find them. I'm assuming it's their flight.
Oh, we'll find them fast.
Sounds like we've got a couple more questions.
Are we saving the final question?
How long do we have for?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Then I could go into for something now.
Yeah, we should maybe say that last one for 12 minutes.
Okay,
Let the cage away.
Okay.
Good looking.
It won't matter.
So that's Tom.
what's her body doing right now?
Decaying.
It's a headless body underground.
Yeah.
It's doing what all bodies do.
That's what it's doing.
I'm gonna kick
It has defecated.
I'm gonna kick 2 more times.
You kick it.
We're gonna go about cleaning this up while we're on.
Can they manage that?
That is a great fucking question.
Want me to find out?
But they don't eat it either. Sick fucks.
They look at each other. You can't eat anything.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Do you like this one?
You know what? They're on my bad side right now. If he disappears for 5 minutes in the dungeon, I won't see a thing.
I'm just gonna flash.
We learned it by watching you.
I'm just gonna flash out the scimitar and whip him with the blade.
Wow.
Like the
Just the
flat.
flat
Okay.
blade.
You beat him on the side of the head with the flat of the blade.
You're lucky I don't feel like killing you right now. Anyway,
I'm not really combat profession, but if I do this jump scene, you can spot the shape changers, and I'll make sure this body is disposed of. With the guards, making sure they're.
You don't have to soil yourself with that. I think at least 2 of them can manage this. Do you know what a mop is?
Yes.
Right.
Shove it up your ass and clean it.
I think that would just make it dirty.
I'm gonna see my way.
Congratulations, you're now a civilian.
Damn. Though probably for the best. Colin's just gonna go to her mother. Then say her sister.
Just see her kind of still slightly shell shocked. Just, you guys get up to weird shit. Is it like this in the Feywilds?
A little worse.
I don't mean to rush, but do you and Ignatius want to get on that?
Colin's gonna toss you the gem seed.
Don't take it lightly to imposters in my fucking kingdom. Exactly.
I'm a little hurt. We're gonna go ahead and.
Did you take an owie?
So you know how you jump seed.
Does that require attunement?
Yes. Yes.
No?
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Okay, it requires attunement. Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah.
You could do it while you're flying over.
There's gem seed. Grants you true sight.
And what is it?
Charges.
What am I thinking of? Eldritch Sight would see, correct?
Define Eldritch Sight.
You can detect. Well, that not just magic. Never mind.
Yeah, that's just attack.
Yeah, you detect magic.
Yeah, so no.
Would they be? Would technically their disguises be magic?
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its.
So I would say you have to intentionally activate it, but if you did so, possibly.
Okay.
Essentially, if they're using disguise self or alter self, you would see it. But if they're like a changeling or something, then no.
The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of pounded metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood. Superman. Okay.
If you guys do not need me any further, I am going to go to sleep. But I've been under the weather a little bit lately, so.
See Callie just kind of sitting, sipping from a flask. Ineffectual as I may be, I take a guard with you.
Are they even capable?
Are they better than nothing?
We should probably not.
Probably not.
Fair enough.
So, that's a good point. Should we wait till tomorrow? Once everybody gets some rest.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought you were split up. Yes.
No, I can split up. Plus, it's fine.
I mean, we could just tear out one of the sisters.
Actually,
Moving now is probably the best idea.
that's a good point. Yeah, I'm checking on something.
Very far away, very fast.
Let me create a temporary bond between us before you go. Give me 11 minutes. Start casting telepathic bond as a ritual.
I'm just gonna talk to you about the way I'm kill.
Kia sighs, reaches up, places a hand on Ignatius, whispers real quick, and Ignatius, for the next hour, you have true seeing out to a range of 120 feet.
Oh, lovely.
Also, Ignatius, if you wish to remain undetected while soaring around looking for them, I can give you non-detection so that they cannot sense magic.
Actually, yeah, it's not even concentration.
So we shall cast non-detection on you.
Which I believe protects you from basically any sort of scrying or divination spell.
Yep. Duration, try to target the effect of divination magic. Target a creature or a place or an object. I do a place or an object.
And just to clarify, you guys are all still in the same room. Nobody's moved.
Correct.
Okay.
Targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Actually, you know what? Discord. Ignatius, I'm just going to Discord you.
What the fuck your art is, isn't it?
No idea.
Sort of that's what I think it is.
If it's not, I'm losing my shit.
You have no idea.
You gotta think it's Marcus Alex kill a baby.
I'm gonna burst through the door. It was me all along, Austin.
I'm not going to lie. I did think about it.
Alright, we'll get to that one. Goes back to the table.
Well, I thought about it. I thought about Marina too.
I might have jumped over the table and stabbed you. No, I'm just kidding.
I couldn't have really stopped you because you're without it. You're without it.
Oh man, just out of range.
Why would you do that, D'Lo?
Damn my short T-Rex arms.
As D'Lo stabs you, you fall over as you walk over. Why would you do that, D'Lo, while kicking you in the ribs a few times?
It's a fucking Andre skit. Bang, 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 bang. Why would the DM do this?
God, he caused this death. Nobody could have prevented this. Not even the 6 guys at the table watching. Nobody could have stopped this.
For the 11 minutes it was happening. I'm terrified of what you're seeing right now.
Where's everyone standing in the room?
I'm standing.
You guys are basically standing around a dead body, and the 3 guards are a little ways back.
Yeah, I assume it's like a cluster of people. There's a couple guards like here, and then Marina, Emma, and Chloe are like over here.
A couple guards and one recently minted civilian.
Yes.
God, he's supposed to tell his wife he lost his job. That's a rough
You're not such
combo.
a dumbass.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. If you're not capable of protecting your king,
You could at least put him on the laboratory, clean up. You could just clean the shit out of your toilet.
What you doing, Iggy?
Is he capable of that?
I mean, hey, that can be a civvy job.
Thank you.
The second that Kia does that, I'm going to cast Confusion where the guards are standing.
Okay. Let's save on that.
It is a Wisdom 20.
Fucking might as well have been.
Yep.
2 separate guards, by the way.
Wait, this.
Is it double 2s?
Oh, it's a different 3.
What did you cast?
Last one makes it.
Wow.
Probably.
Where
Wait.
the guards are standing.
No.
Confusion?
Yeah, there wasn't really good.
There's something. Am I missing something?
Oh, no, well, I'm going to get to that in a second.
No, you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Kia went, true sight, and he goes, confusion.
On the 3 guards that ran to the room.
Got it.
2 of the 3 are affected.
I understand.
2 of the 3?
Yep, last one rolled a natural 14.
Oh, we've got friends here already.
I'm gonna shoot. You know what? Can we see which one's a little confused and which one's don't? Or would I be able to because it's a magic effect?
I'm gonna say, given you didn't know this was gonna happen, this is all spontaneous to you. You barely understand what the fuck is going on.
So what did you just say?
Oh, I said we already have company.
After you casted a spell,
I'm gonna.
casting something as well. Then.
Okay. I'm gonna say,
Step to the doorway.
given that, we'll consider the guard surprised, and everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Wow, that was not bad. You have a natural 20.
I said it was almost, it was a 19.
Still.
Oh damn.
Oops. Actually, add an extra digit, 2 health points there.
Okay.
What, it just has 1,000 more health points than it needs.
That's a problem.
Alright. So, 25 to 20.
24.
24.
21.
Chloe has also a 21.
Shit!
Boyan's apparently ready to go.
This dice is fucking
15 to 20?
falling tonight.
Juliana is at 15.
All right. Darius, Igni, you two are up first.
Darius got a 9.
Someone.
Selwyn, what did Darius get? I apologize. I marked on Darius and not Selwyn. 9.
9.
Okay. My apologies. Selwyn and Igni, you're up first.
You want to go first, or you want me?
Fuck you.
Wall of Force.
Wall of Force. Interesting. Please remind me exactly what that does.
It's a. Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking page. Well, I'm blocking the exit with it, essentially. An invisible wall of force springs into existence at a point you choose within range. The wall appears in any orientation you choose, horizontal or vertical barrier, or at an angle. These are in 10-foot
Increments.
blocks.
Right.
Yeah. It can
Okay.
be free floating or resting on a solid surface, and it can't be destroyed except by disintegrate.
Okay. What are you doing, Igni?
I'm gonna pull the fucking scimitar back out. I'm just gonna rush the one that isn't affected by my confusion.
I would say you do not.
And I'm gonna green flame blade him twice.
Okay.
The bracers.
Is there an action for you to?
It's an action. No, I'm not summoning the shadow blade.
Okay, not okay. You're just
Because
pulling. Okay,
I have confusion.
that's
That's
fine.
my
Just want to make sure.
concentration.
Okay.
I'm actually just using the actual scimitar that I never actually.
Do I get a bonus action on a
Yeah, it's a full turn.
Oh, okay. I'd like the blade song as well, though.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 23 to hit for the first one.
23 hits. Actually, it's going to go ahead and use its reaction to parry, increasing its AC by 6. So your attack does not hit.
Okay.
Wow.
Fucking Dark Souls bullshit up in here.
Is it permanent increase?
That attack, it's not like shield.
I'm double checking. I believe you're correct. Yes, it is one melee attack.
You get 2, right?
I get 2 because of the gauntlets.
Oh, yeah.
All these dice
illusionist
here?
Bracers, yeah.
So but I want to use my new one.
Glad I gave those to you.
Alright, fine. Second one then. Same fucking roll.
All right.
So
it
20,
hits?
yeah,
Yep.
23.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only one attack.
Cool.
So you're doing this blow. This thing is actually pretty strong.
It gets a reaction on a surprise round? I thought you said it only gets its reaction after it starts.
I apologize. You are absolutely correct. I totally forgot about that.
My hand just
I was wrong. It should not have got. It should not have had a reaction. So your first attack would have hit.
Two.
That is a wonderful call.
So did they both hit then?
Both hit.
Okay.
I apologize.
Well, the first damage
Yeah,
roll.
so we're all in this together.
Garbage.
Yeah, surprise rounds are weird. So I'm still getting used to it myself.
Actually, since you thoroughly explained them like 2 or 3 times, actually I'm pretty good now.
I do, and then until I instantly forget everything I've just said because I'm focusing on everything else.
That's why I spoke up. We're good. We're good.
That was great call.
Team effort. We got this.
Does it matter the split between regular damage and...
No.
Okay.
don't think.
19 points of damage.
I'm sorry. It matters if it's necrotic or poison.
Matter. So 19 points of damage.
All right.
For the first hit.
And this is the one that's not confused. You said
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and the fire jumps.
the fire does jump because they were within 5 feet of each other.
That's gonna suck.
Does it jump twice?
Just
No.
once.
Just once.
If they're within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones on the far end. So the middle one is within 5 feet. It's the one that has the hammerhead eyes.
No wonder your brows are so dumb.
It's actually exactly why they were late.
Okay, so that's much better rolls that time.
Boop, boop. Don't you look at me with that confusion.
So 24 points of fire damage to one of the other two.
24?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then my second attack, which already hit. It's already hit.
Oh wow.
Never gonna forget that.
Not bad. I will not either. That was great.
Did you roll well? And you two are on deck.
Yep. I got something real special.
29 points of damage. And left fire leaps again. This time I'm going to make it go to the other one, though.
The other one's too far away.
Alright, that's fine. And I'm just going to fucking take it with me. $19 points
19 points.
damage.
Very nice.
Oh, and I'll spend a social point to gain resistance to fire for an hour.
Good, good, good.
And then
All right, Marcellus, Chloe.
I am. Wait.
using that
Would you 21?
Yeah, I'll say that's wrong.
Oh shit.
Mind if I go first?
Ladies
fire.
first.
Very fire him.
Good move. All right.
19 deck save.
Just had the stats for surprise. Okay, sorry, I was still I was seeing if they could actually make saving throws. So what is the saving throw against fairy fire?
19 decks.
19 dicks. Double six. New. It's for the two confused ones. That's cocked. And 9. So 15. No.
Right. So all of them are illuminated a light blue,
Yeah, how pretty.
and everyone has advantage on attacking them.
Beautiful.
So like,
No, there's no. You don't double advantage. Elven accuracy is like the only way you double advantage.
Yeah, you roll 8 dice to see if you hit.
It was a joke.
So, would there be any like miscellaneous tiny like pebbles or rocks or anything like that that I can scoop up, like even just tiny pieces of stone?
I'll say give it a stone floor, sure.
Okay. Then I'm gonna scoop up a couple rocks and use my bonus action for magic stone.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Marcellus. And Juliana's on deck.
Okay.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Any of them, doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, there's one at full health that's confused and illuminated. There's one that's.
But would I be able to know which
Still
one
good.
will help?
I mean, yeah, you've seen which ones have been hitting. Hit and not hit.
Then I will do the one that's at full health.
Okay.
You said they're surprised,
They are currently still surprised, yes.
so my first it would be a crit if it hits.
It would, in fact, be a crit because you have your bullshit.
Yeah.
I saw the look on your face. It was just like, yes, it would be a crit.
So Hunter's Mark.
Hey, man. About time you get his assassin bonuses.
And so then I'm going to fire 3 arrows to get my cool range.
Yep.
So now I get advantage. So 24, 30 something.
That hits.
Yeah, okay, so 30 something. We'll do that one first.
In case he double crits.
Okay. As it is a crit, you add your max damage amount
Right?
to the normal attack.
Okay.
Or your max die amount, I should. So to the normal attack.
So,
Have you used your sworn enemy?
no.
No.
I'm holding off on that in case. Because it's once a day.
Yep.
8, 6, so
So be
14.
with your Gloomstalker, which is 1d8. With your sneak attack, which is
16.
3d6. Right?
6, 12, 18.
Yeah, so it's 18, so that's 24.
And then your normal 1d8 for your bow.
So 32.
So 32 plus your attack.
Alright, so 32.
Let's go ahead and roll all that.
Fuck, man, rogues. Wow, rogues with that crit. Wow. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's got all my stink of the day in it. Man, that crit roll is nasty with sneak attack damage, man. I didn't even think about that.
So 11, 15, 16, 20 with the dice.
Okay, so that's 56 plus whatever your...
Is that your 2d8 plus 3d6?
Oh yeah, another D8.
Yeah, man. Don't cheat yourself out of damage now.
56 plus 7, 63.
63, yeah.
Okay.
Plus, what is that? 15, so 70.
78.
78 on the first arrow.
Holy fuck. It went from full health to very bloody.
Alright.
You just... Marcellus unleashes like a fucking ballista arrow, just...
Hold on, guys.
shoots a tree.
Alright. And
He
then
busts open the fucking throne.
Puts a
doors.
spear against... Puts a fucking spear on his bow.
Yeah.
the second arrow. 25 is the high.
25 hits.
Yeah, 25 is the high, so 25. So 78 points.
No, you only get the crit
No, I'm
ones.
saying 78 was the first, right? The first.
Yeah, yeah.
78 plus
Did you roll 3 times to hit?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
78 plus 8, another 18.
Shit.
And then,
Were all 3 of these sharpshooter?
no, I'm gonna have the sharpshooter feet.
Oh, okay.
That's
Damn.
the crazy part about
The
it.
rogues are nasty, man.
And then the last one, I'll use the person die, see what comes of it.
Don't you fucking dare.
Ooh, thank you. 24 is the high. Yep, 24 is the high.
Just out of curiosity, was the first one on 1?
Yes. Oh, that's right, you weren't here for this.
I told him about it.
Yeah.
So, and then this is...
Pass that down, please.
6. Another 11 points of damage.
All right. One on the far end goes down. Fucking rogues, man. It was full health. It was confused. It got turned bright, and Marcellus just went, say hello. All right, Juliana.
Use holy weapon on Darius.
All right. Your holy weapon gets more holy.
Got it.
It went to extra church this week.
Does an extra 2d8 rating.
All right, and you want to give me the bonus section?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. That brings us to their turn. The confused one will go ahead and make a roll. Is that a D10?
Yes.
I've been confused enough to know what the fuck it is that now. That's a 3.
3. The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
It sits there like a bump on a log. The other one is Fairy Fired. I believe that gives it disadvantage to attacks.
No, all Fairy Fire does is eliminate them so they cannot
Okay.
stealth, and anything has advantage against them.
Okay, cool.
They're normal.
All right.
They just can't stealth.
Realize again, has very limited options.
That wall force is big.
Yeah, it is. All right, it's going to use its once a day ability. And you guys are still nicely bunched up, so
I think Chloe's the only one away from the group.
yeah, I need everybody but Chloanne to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Doing what?
With +5.
Is it casting something?
It's not exactly a cast; it's an ability. So no, it cannot be counterspelled if that's what you're getting at.
That's curious.
And what is it? A dex
It's a Hellfire Orb, yes.
a dex save?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dex save, and we all have +5 because of Darius.
Yep.
23.
23.
26.
16.
Also 16.
Okay.
Sullen, that would be 14 for Darius.
Okay. Darius, Owen, and Juliana take. What is? Oh fuck! It's a lot of dice. Not a lot of big dice, but it's a lot of dice. Where the fuck is my dice roller? It's a good song, man. Alright, so that's 32 fire damage to you both. 16 to you two.
I'm gonna use
You're
absorb
resistant, right?
elements.
So
Okay.
8 for you, right?
Yep.
That
And
was 16, so half of that would be 8. I need
Yes.
to make a con save for my concentration.
yeah, so it's 10.
Oh, well, yeah, we all got 2.
Yeah, 13. That's
Yeah, because no, Hunter's Mark isn't active because you killed the thing that was Hunter's Mark.
But it can have that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you can jump. I apologize. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, 18, I'm good.
Holy weapon drops.
Thank you, Mercer guy.
Legend star.
I roll a 5.
And then
Even with Darius
it's
is +5.
That puts it up to a 12.
oh, so that will pass.
Gotta pass. 12.
For 16 DC, I don't think so. I took 32 points of damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, yeah, it was
that would
32.
drop.
Will drop very far.
Holy weapon.
Holy weapon.
That
It's the
sucks.
first time I've ever gotten to cast it.
I'm sorry, man.
No,
Yeah.
you use it on me. Use it on my bow. When we fought the, whatever we fought on.
No, yeah, you did use it for the Thessalid, or no, it wasn't the Thessalid. The
regular old Hydra.
oh yeah, the old Hydra fight. I'm
Old
sorry.
Hydra on the
I
ship.
had holy weapon then.
Yeah, you had.
I know you've used it before.
Use it
You
on
used it
my-
on Marcellus, definitely.
Yeah. And it was fucking awesome.
Are you sure that wasn't clan with like fire arrows or something?
No, it was.
No.
No, it was holy.
It was right before you guys left to go fight, to go look for the vampire, or to look for something. Before you guys left for Hermos.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would
so
have been the old
we
Hydra.
got the weapon, the Sword of Answering for Darius.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then it's oops. 29 points of necrotic for you three, and 14 for you two.
Oh, necrotic as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason it's a once a day ability.
Well, that already half my health.
And that's all it can do.
It was how much necrotic?
29.
Or 29.
So half of that would be what?
14.
14. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I believe the confused one makes a save.
Yes.
So I have to make. Was
It's-
that all at once damage?
Yes.
So would the con save go up?
I think so.
Yes.
It should have been a lot higher.
Yeah.
We shouldn't
So-
have made our con saves until after that, but mine wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, so-
Because I had 23.
Nope,
So,
I'm still good.
yeah.
It would have been for you two. It would have been a total of 15.
61 for us.
Yeah.
So it'd been DC of 30.
Yeah. So it would have been 30 for you guys, 15 for you
Well, I
two.
have.
Well,
I
it
used
would
absorb
have been even
elements.
less for me.
So no. So it would have been 15 for.
It would have been even less for me because I took even
Okay,
less.
I rolled that.
Yeah, because you're resistant to fire damage, so it would have been like
Yeah.
10 for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm okay.
Would have been a DC of 15.
Okay.
What's the
It's a wisdom. So,
wisdom 18?
not 20.
20. Not 4. No.
So the two are so one's still confused and one's not.
Yeah. One's confused. One's not. They're both still lit by fairy fire.
Okay.
Excuse me. Darius.
Okay. He is going to. So one went down, correct?
Yeah. One's dead.
And how are the other two looking?
They're still good.
Okay. Who's going to? How far away are they from him?
Within 5 feet. Oh, with how far? About 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, he's gonna use Steel Wind Strike.
Okay.
He has advantage, correct?
Yes, it's a fairy fire.
Mine wasn't yet. That's still up.
Okay. Which dice?
Is fairy fire even concentration, or is that just?
Yes. It's concentration for an hour.
I didn't know.
Vax.
Vax. first one, that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Second one,
Sorry, concentration from me.
that's like a 30 something.
There's a long time in battle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like 30 something.
Well, hit. Go ahead and make your damage. Roll your damage.
Okay.
You make that damage.
You stir that damage up.
So it's
Add that pumpkin spice.
12 slashing
All right.
to the first one and to the second one. And then 6d10 force. Uh, 45 force damage to each of them, and I'm also going to divine smite both of them.
Don't bother. How do you want to do this?
To both of them?
I kid you not. They both had exactly 45 hit points.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm amazed you were like 45. I'm like, they both are exactly 45 hit points.
Wow.
What did Darius do?
Steel Wind.
The Steel Wind Strike.
Okay. For some reason I thought that
This
was-
fucking nasty whack everything within a certain radius spell.
30 feet, yeah.
Absolutely. This bitch.
Basically, yeah. So,
Yeah.
So I'm just going to teleport to both of them, just cut off both of their heads, and then...
So Darius, in a move shockingly reminiscent of Marcellus, just like shadow wind strikes behind him and just...
does it even like get on me when he does that? Like,
Probably quite a bit. Beheadings are surprisingly bloody, I would imagine.
Well, one with the fact that Aurora Master Cure Wounds is 7th level.
All right.
There's that was beautiful.
Tired of people, fucking with my family.
Yeah. Who's getting Master One?
I think it's everybody.
Master Cure Wounds, everyone.
Good, thank you. Good, thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna homebrew that that power word here.
You didn't roll all one. Nobody rolls all one.
Fuck this game.
No, you didn't.
2-2-1-1-1.
1-1-1-2-2.
On Mass Cure Wounds.
Wow.
Only I can roll this shitty every night.
Me and you need to, like, switch places or something.
You really do.
You want to sit over
That's a
here?
7th level
You need-
fucking spell.
you need to come
That's
back.
heal for like 8.
You need to come back and sit
You need
where
to
the
come
fuck
home.
You did. You rolled much better over there.
You need to come on home.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You come on. Come on. The spot's nice and ready. It's hot and ready for you. Like a little
That
sister.
actually, that genuinely pisses me off.
So
I'm-
we did.
yeah.
Is there any modifier that is good? That's
Oh, plus 5.
So
My normal wisdom, so that's what? 4, 5, 6, 7. So 12
oh,
From
for a
a 7th
7th
level
level spell.
I'll take it. 'Cause I'm hurting.
I mean, I'm only down 10 now. Eh?
Gone from half health to slightly above half health.
I am still below half.
Darius is going to walk up to Marcellus and pump 30 points of lay on hands into him.
Oh, you are deity sent.
If you would have done that, I was just gonna blow a mass heal and just say fuck rolling.
Like I did that.
Moving.
I don't blame you in the least. I really don't.
Pissed off that every single time I try to roll anything, it fucks up.
Here, buddy, come on home. We'll make space. There's always space for you here. You can always come home. That's right.
That's good for me. That's all I need.
I'm sorry, man. I really am.
There you go. Yeah, I know that.
I'm just gonna see what this would have rolled over here.
You know what? I will say, since that was your
That's
original spot,
better.
I will
Much
easily allow you to
better.
use that roll if you
About
prefer.
average.
No, it already happened.
The points have been added.
About average.
Man, it's better than you were rolling over here.
What else?
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it wasn't your little bowl that you had over there.
Silver from the flames over your shit.
I think it was just that spot over there.
You never did do well in that spot.
Nope, not once.
I mean, Phineas almost died 3 times.
That's true. You took
That's
over
very yeah.
Phineas's
You
spot.
inherited the Phineas spot. Need to bring some incense one week and try to cleanse that spot or something.
You know what, guys? Come on, man.
I'll cleanse it. Ugh.
I'll take care of it.
Next week,
I
those guys.
I rolled my first nat 20 over there. On that teleport from Bass. I sat right there at the very end of that table. It's okay, guys. I'll bring it back to its glory days. I did. It's my first nat 20 ever.
Is that where you were sitting?
I was sitting at the end of the table. I even marched the old guy. You don't forget shit like that. Mass teleport. The look on Sherlock's face was unpleased to say the least.
All right.
Fuck that guy.
But we still have a little bit of time. Do you guys want to keep going, or do we want to call it there for the week?
It's up to you guys. You guys have anywhere to be.
Oh.
Sorry, that's what I'm saying. It's up to you guys.
We'll do whatever. I was hoping not to be out too late, but
I mean, it's 11:45 right now.
it's up to you.
We're good with going. It's up to you, man.
You can call it there.
So we will call it there for the week, and we'll pick up there next week.